Welcome in, everyone. Just about to get started. Somebody wants to do a reading with me tonight, and so I'm just waiting for them to join. We're going to be doing a spirit talker session, trying to connect with spirits. Welcome, welcome. Welcome in, everyone. About to get started here. Just waiting for a couple people to join that we're looking to get a reading done. I'm going to try to connect to spirit with them, for them. Welcome in. I'm just waiting for some people to join here. Welcome, everyone. Going to be doing a reading for somebody that would like to connect with a loved one that has passed. I'm just waiting for them to hop on over and we can get started. Hope everybody can hear me just fine. I have a small little fan running, so if you guys can hear it, please let me know in the chat. If you know anybody that has a loved one that they might want to try to connect with, please invite them. If they have 1,000 followers, they can come up in the box and try to connect that way as well. You might have more of a chance to connect to the other side. If you are up in the box, you'll have more energy coming into the room. Welcome in. I'm just trying to invite everybody. There's specific people that are looking to connect tonight with some loved ones that have passed. So I'm just kind of waiting for them to come in. But by all means, if you have someone that you would like to connect with, you can send a request to come up in the boxes and we'll try to connect with your loved ones as well. Hey Docs, I'm not sure if I invited Benny on the right account. Hopefully, hopefully I did. He's got a few of them, just like Smokey. Everybody seems to have like half a dozen or not. So tonight I'm going to be doing the spirit talker, but we're going to be doing the cat ball, and I'll take some readings on the millimeter as well. I might even do some K2 readings. I don't think that the REM pod's really going to be effective considering I'm surrounded by so much equipment right now because I got more things in today. You'll invite? Okay, awesome. I'm going to make you a mod, Docs, because I don't really have any. There, I just gave you full access. So yeah, we're waiting for a couple people to join. Somebody would like to connect with a loved one that has passed. If you would like to try to connect with a loved one, you're more than welcome to send a request to come up in the boxes. Sometimes being in the chat is enough for spirit to connect, but often they want you up in the boxes. It just gives them a little bit more energy and they can be focused in on you. They'll be able to see your face as well as hear your voice. Sometimes that helps. If you would like, Amanda, you can come up. As long as you have 1,000 followers, you can send a request to come up in the boxes. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, hon. That's awful to hear. That's awful. I'm so sorry. I've had some really good sessions on TikTok Live that have absolutely blown my mind. I usually get really decent responses, but over a 9 hour period, the amount that I was able to get was just mind blowing. So you might be able to have something. You'd like to connect with your mom, Bob? We can definitely see if you guys are just down in the chat. We can definitely see if they'll come through. If you happen to notice messages that come out, and you think they might resonate with you, let me know. And we'll see what else happens, because sometimes the message can resonate with multiple people, but usually it does narrow it down considerably. Hi there, welcome in. Yes, absolutely. If not, request it and you can come up for sure. Not a problem. So I'm just going to get the app here. It's going to initialize. Now, what it is there's a database inside of the app itself that is filled with just words. There's no sentences, it's just words. And so,
Yeah. Okay. You say that.
yes, I say that because the spirits, they will actually manipulate the device and then they can form sentences. And it's rare to have the same sentence repeated, and I've gotten that many times. But then again, I'm a sensitive, and so spirits know that, and they're more willing to come to me to speak. And if you found my live by accident, it may be that there's some reason for that. If the word panda comes up, okay, well, we'll definitely be watching for that one. So you will see up here a word will pop up, and then it will leave the chat log down here, and later tonight I'll be able to save it, and so that I can go back and highlight some of the things that
Oh, Teresa, my BFF is here. My real life one that I told you about that
okay.
doesn't happen off TikTok. Her name is Moonchild714.
Well, welcome in, Moonchild, Teresa. Thanks for joining. Yes, Doc did fill me in a little bit. Um, I'm sorry I wasn't able to do this before. My energy was completely depleted from this nasty little elemental that I picked up, so he's gone.
Something waits.
Oh no, here we go. All right, so something waits. Boy, I sure hope that that's not for me because I just had that taken care of. Oh, I love dogs too.
Thank you, Sherry.
And I'm going to give you a follow, Moonchild, as well, because anybody that's a friend of Doc's is definitely good in my books.
She's a sweetheart. But both of you are. But Moonchild doesn't play on TikTok very much.
Right.
So she's not anywhere near 1,000. I got to work on that for her.
Right. So yeah, you'll notice sometimes nothing's really coming through. It's really quiet and we'll be waiting. That's usually how it goes until there's a spirit that really wants to communicate, and then it's just going to start flooding. It's just going to start flooding. And this here is a cat toy. You can pick these up at any pet supply store, at dollar stores even.
I sent Teresa some of those.
Yes, they're fantastic. They're great for anybody that wants to communicate, really. It's just an interactive toy. So once the button's off, it's not going to turn on. But when I push the button and then I let it settle, the only way that those lights should come on is if it is touched. So if the table, like the laptop, gets nudged or whatever, it might turn on. Some of them are more sensitive than others, but see, I can touch my laptop and it's not going on. You have to touch this and you basically have to pick it up for the light to go on. So when that happens during these lives,
Hear the footsteps.
oh no, here we go. Okay, something waits and hear the footsteps. Now, I got rid of that one. I was told I got rid of that one, and I do feel like it's gone, but I do know that there is still a spirit that lingers here,
That's monkey.
keeps,
I can
setting off
I
my.
can see Andy on like three of his accounts, so I don't know what he's doing.
That. So, if anybody in the chat has a question that they'd like to ask, you can type it in and I'll read it out and we can see if Spirit wants to connect that way. Or, like I said, if you want
Crap.
boxes, if you have 1,000 followers, you can send me a request and you can come up. Sometimes the Spirit seeing your face, hearing your voice helps you connect better. But yes, if we get interaction at all from a Spirit and this ball goes off, that is so not me. I'm not going to be touching anything here. And I can turn on my mel meter here and we can see if we can get some readings. We'll be able to tell.
Little boy around you.
Yes, I do know that. I suspected it might be my brother still. So we're just going to look here at these readings really quickly. We have 0 milligauss, which is baseline, which means that it's not my app, it's not my laptop or my phone, because those would have readings already higher than 0. It's currently 22.5 degrees in here, and so if there's a spirit that comes, we could see that temperature go down, we could see it go up as well. Evening. Well, good evening, Spirit. It is nice to see you. I can try to say his name out loud, sure. Teresa, I'm very sorry to hear that you've lost a son. Can you tell me, Amanda, what his name is? This is the Spirit Talker app. It's a spirit box. So it allows you to communicate. The spirits manipulate the database of words that's inside the app itself to form sentences in order to communicate with you. There's no sentences that are in the database. It's just purely words. So if a sentence comes across, like little boy around you, hear the footsteps, that is all spirit manipulating the database. So we're at baseline zeros on the mel meter, so we don't really have a lot coming through, and sometimes we'll see the numbers spike when sentences and words come through. You'll see the milligauss, which is these numbers up here, jump around a bit. If there's a particularly malicious or powerful even entity, here. The milligauss could be high. One man here.
Okay. That could be 3 different people at this point.
It might not be showing the name just simply because TikTok likes to do that sometimes. Yes, putting spaces in between is a good idea. Okay, Spirit, can you tell me if there is a Bob Fisher here with us? Is there a Bob with us? Hello yourself. Welcome. Thanks for coming and watching. So we definitely don't have a lot happening right now. And like I said, sometimes that happens. Just because we want to have a conversation doesn't mean they're ready to talk to us. People ask me all the time about investigating in the dark, investigating in the light. If a place is haunted, if a place has spirits, it's going to be haunted in the light and in the dark. And just like you might not want to have a conversation with somebody all the time, they don't want to have a conversation. He took his time doing everything. Well, Oh my goodness, dogs, are you all right? My word. I hope that you feel better. Okay.
Malevolent force grips.
Okay. I really hate when those pop up on here because I just had to get a shaman to help me remove a nasty little elemental entity that was attached to me. And now that it's saying malevolent force grips is making me wonder. Is Frankie here with us? Is there a Bob or a Frankie with us here tonight? Hey, Logan.
We exorcise you.
Oh, you exercised me. Well, I exercised you, honey. That's
Mhm.
what this whole ceremony was. Well, see, they don't like it. They don't like
No.
it. We try to get rid of them. And this one did not want to go. And like I suspected, there is somebody that's lingering. I think it's my brother. And I think that his mom is kind of holding him back. Yes, it is a bad spirit. This one in particular has made me very angry, very nauseous, has given me migraines that come in waves. This just had a spike of zero point 0.3 on there. But it's also, they're energy vampires, so they're going to drain you of energy. And so I actually have ordered an EM pump now. That way they can take some of that energy instead of draining me and all my devices. It was very bad. That's why I actually got a shaman involved yesterday. It's because I slept most of the day yesterday. I couldn't keep my eyes open to save my life. I felt like I was intoxicated, beyond intoxicated. So sometimes that happens when you get these nasty spirits that don't want to leave you alone. They just oppress you. So they want to make your life miserable until you give in. And they're just going to feed off of your energy.
1920s.
We're doing a we're doing a spirit talker box.
Yes, we're
We're
doing a
looking for people that aren't with us anymore.
yes. So anybody that doesn't understand what's happening here is we're trying to connect with people that have passed, spirits. In particular, somebody asked if they could come and reach out. It doesn't matter if you have a message to give them or they have a message to give you. Something could come across the screen and it might resonate with you. It might resonate with a bunch of other people. But if you start noticing a pattern, then be sure to let me know that, because then we can even try to connect a little bit further that way and try to get the spirit to open up a little bit more. Sometimes they need a nudge. And if they're a recent passing, sometimes they don't understand. Sometimes they're afraid of
It's
the
my happy
equipment.
place.
Oh, oh, that makes me so happy. That makes me so happy, spirit. I am so happy that this is your happy place. The 1920s. Is there somebody here that connects with the 1920s?
Could be a house, could be an antique in your house that belonged to somebody.
Yeah, it could be a coin that was from them. It could be, you know,
Yes.
a saved article. You really have to think about those types of things. If it meant something to that person, they might be trying to validate that they're here through that item. Um, so far,
I like to come here.
well, thank you, Spirit. I like that you like to come here. I like to make my space inviting for you to come through. Can you tell me, is there somebody by the name of Bob here?
Hmm.
It's pretty quiet right now. When?
When?
right now, is there a Bob here with me or a Frankie? Your great grandparents' farm was built in 1928. See, now, if you write these things down that you think might pertain to you, then we can go over it later and we can see if that was in fact for you, if there was some mixed messages in there for somebody else too. Oh, see, there's another one, 1925 with the Frankie.
Wow.
This is how it works for me. Usually, it starts off slow, and then the more people come in, the more energy the spirits are getting, and so they'll start communicating. And sometimes they just throw out stuff over top of one another, and we have to kind of sift through it.
But it's kind of odd that 1920s would fit both Amanda and Teresa.
Yes, exactly. Doorway. Yes. Are you trying to come through the doorway? Well, you just turn that off. Hey, I'm going to turn it back on though, because you turned it off. Um, the doorway is open, spirits. I opened it for you. You are more than welcome to come through. You can use the energy of these devices. Vision. Can you envision walking through the door and coming to speak to us? I did leave the doorway open.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Celestial Angel. I got no problem with y'all kicking Dizzy.
Well, we'll just see because, I mean, you can have your opinion. You don't believe it, that's fine. But if you start being disrespectful, then you will leave. And where is Benny? I mean,
I don't know. So that's why Dizzy's in here. But I sent to 3 or 4 of Benny's.
Okay, because yeah, he has so many. I just
Well, I mean, I sent to the ones he uses most often.
necro. Okay, so this is
Did you
not
see, did you see what
necrophonic.
Teresa said? This connects to Frankie doorway. I kind of knew it did.
Right. Okay, so necro. Um, necro can mean a few things. Necromancy is where you are communicating with the dead, which is what I'm doing right now. Necro could also be referring to the Necrophonic app, which is very similar to this, only this one I like a lot more. It is more authentic. I don't have a lot of fluff that doesn't pertain to anybody. There's usually everything in here pertains to somebody, if not mostly one person. And that's why I said, if you just write down the things that you think might pertain to you, we can try to connect the dots a little bit further later. Right now, both of you could be connecting with spirit. You know, there could be two of them in there saying, hey, yeah, me too. I'm from the 1920s. We need a little more of those, spirit. Can you give us a name?
I was religious.
There was an immediate response. Was
Frankie,
either
Bob.
Bob or Frankie very religious?
I would say Frankie. Yes, for sure. I don't know Bob.
Your dad, Amanda? Okay. Sometimes they need a lot of energy to come through. And so I'm just going to turn on a couple of things here to give them a little bit of a boost. I'm going to turn on a flashlight. I'm going to face it away from the screen though, so that you guys can still read it. But just having this flashlight here can sometimes give them just a little bit of a boost. If they're a very recent spirit, they might not be able to come through. Worry. Somebody in the chat is worried. I can assure you that. I can feel that.
Yeah, well,
I'm not a
at least
medium,
one of these people I know was a worrier.
right?
Or
Okay.
I don't know Bob. You'll have to ask
You have
Amanda.
been the last few weeks. Okay. Yeah. Um, I'm not a psychic and I'm not a medium, but I am a sensitive and I pick up on energies and I do get premonitions sometimes. Right now I feel like there's somebody that's here in the chat that's blocking messages. They don't want to see the answer they're asking for. That's what I feel. Yeah, I know. I know exactly. Now, Spirit, I do need you to understand that if you would like me to cross you, I can. I do have that ability to cross you over, but I will not cross anyone over that does not ask me for it. Sometimes they want to and they change their mind and then they get angry because they're stuck now. Benny, see, there's another account that I didn't know existed of yours. I tried to invite you on a
That's one of
couple.
the ones that I sent him a link to. It's about time you showed up, Benny.
If you want to come up, send me a request, Benny, and we can try to connect. It'll be interesting now that he's in here because he is who I started the live for tonight.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see if messages
really
come
here.
through. You are really here. Thank you. Thank you so much for validating that for me, Spirit. Can you give me a name, please? Who is really here? Do you have a name for us? It could be Amanda. It could be. Spirit, do you have a name for us, please? It doesn't have to be your name, but a name. Draining, I know.
Draining.
I know it is draining. I'm very sorry. I'm trying to give you more energy. I don't really want to turn on my REM pod because whatever it is that's still lingering here really likes it, and I haven't been able to get it to stop making noise for the last about 20 hours. As soon as I turn it on, it's all lights and all noise. I've changed the battery and everything. So whatever it is really likes that, and it's just going to be a distraction. But Spirit, you have the Mel meter right here that you can make the numbers go up. Do you think that you can give me a 5 milligauss spike here, please? That's a 1. Can you give me some more, please? Thank you. A little bit more. Thank you. Can we get to 5? Come on. Just a little bit more, please. No, you are draining, hey? Well, we tried. See, sometimes, oh, it was just at 0.8 there.
Oh,
Thank
yeah, I
you.
saw the 8.
Thank you, Spirit. So what milligauss is a measurement of energy, and we all have energy in us. We emit EMF, same as electronics emit EMF. So even though I'm not going to leave it on, I am going to show you guys. Oh my goodness, I was so sick. Well, Amanda, that might actually resonate with you. His lifestyle was draining. You're right. You're right. And he probably was very sick. So I'm going to turn this on and it's going to beep and it's going to flash and it's going to make a bunch of noise, but I'm going to just show you guys what happens with the energy that's in our bodies and energy that comes off of electronics. So this is called a REM pod. And so in order for a spirit to communicate with us, they would have to get pretty close to this device, to the antenna, and we'll be able to see the direction they're going from the lights, right? And right now it's going to go crazy because of all of my electronics that are sitting here. However, if I move it and I put it on my lap and I don't touch it, it's not going to go crazy like that. But it's still touching me. So when a spirit comes close now, it'll do that and then it'll stop if it goes away. Most of the time, this will go off at the same time that the millimeter goes off. And all this is measuring the amount of EMF that's coming off of you and off of this spirit. The temperature gauge on there will change. It'll either go up or it'll go down. I mean, I'm sitting in my apartment. None of the windows are open. I have a little tiny camping fan next to me just to try to keep some of the heat from the electronics beside me off. You can't even hear it, so it's not blowing hard enough to change the temperature in here. And this device, the K2 meter, does exactly the same as this and this, but this has the bells and whistles, and this doesn't give you a temperature reading, and it doesn't give you accuracy for the milligauss, right? So because this thing is so annoying, I am going to turn it off. It is one of the nicer pieces of equipment to use when you're out in the field, because there should be nobody coming near it. Wind won't set it off or anything. You have to be physically close to it, and you have to emit some type of electro field. Yes, you're going to turn off, and I'm going to turn you right back on. The problem is with these things is they sometimes want to go into power saving mode, and sometimes spirits will drain it a heck of a lot faster if they're trying to come through. So right now, because my K2 meter is sitting on my laptop in front of all this stuff, it's going to be jumping. If there's spirit interaction, it's probably going to be in the orange and red, because otherwise there would be no other spikes. Unless my computer turned on, my laptop turned on, right now there shouldn't be any spikes. And even if it did, I'm not sure that would cause it to spike that much, but we'll try it. We'll just push the button and we'll see.
Yeah, Dizzy's not going to work.
It's spiking a little bit.
Dizzy's not going to work. Just getting worse.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm not a mod, so I can't do anything about it.
I made you a mod, though.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, I know the perfect place to try it.
So far, after draining, I was sick, was ahead, after, and Welsh. Now, I mean, Welsh obviously would probably mean that they were of Welsh descent. I do have devices that can allow you to hear their voices. If they decide to come through, a digital voice recorder will pick up their voices quite often. Sometimes my phone will pick it up. Just a regular camera is a really good piece of equipment.
Do you think you could try and pick up my cousin's voice, Ian Dempster?
I mean, their voice isn't going to come through this app. I would have to have other equipment recording that. But if you have questions, or if anybody in the chat has questions, if you want to come up in the box, or if you want to just ask down in the chat, I can read it out. False.
Benny, do any of those sentences or words resonate with the guy you're looking for?
Yeah. So, Benny, we've had not much communication here. We've had, this is my happy place. I like to come here. A doorway vision. I was religious. There hasn't been a lot of specifics necessarily, but if you ask a question, ask the spirit something specific that would only be known to you. It can be anything.
Okay. Hey, Ian, do you remember who I am?
Oh, that's a good question.
Cheers.
So, spirit, Benny would like to know if you remember who he is. Was chairs significant to anybody? Was there something funny about chairs, or a hobby with chairs?
We used to have a get-together at Mom and Dad's, and we all sat in chairs and talked and whatever, but
Okay.
Ian, do
Yes,
you remember
Gigi.
who I am? I am your cousin.
Yes, Gigi. I am trying to communicate with anybody that wants to come through right now. So if you're down in the chat or you're up in the boxes, a spirit knows
Salt.
that you're here. You want me to salt, do you? Again. Because I haven't salted and saged enough this week. Do you want me to do salt or do you want me to do the spray? Your father passed away. He fell back on. Oh my goodness. See, this is what I mean about the
The
messages.
children are listening.
Okay, so again, the children are listening. This is something that frequently comes in for me, and I think it's because that was my profession. I worked in childcare for over 35 years. And someone that I used to have in my day home passed away in May, actually. So what I'll suggest to you, anybody that's in the chat and thinks that these messages might be for you, write down what they are, and later we can go back and we can see just how much kind of points in that direction, because there is a few of you there that it could resonate with. You look the same. Thank you, Spirit. We don't know who you're talking to, but thank you. Thank you. Is there anybody here that has a message for Benny? Can you give him something to let him know that you are here for him only? Something more specific, please, Spirit.
Stranger.
I'm sorry that I'm a stranger. My name is Sherry. You can call me Riri. I'm here to help you connect with your loved ones that are still here. Spirit, chat would like to know if Frankie is at peace.
Favorite spot on the beach was
Oh,
Salt.
really? Okay.
There have been,
Hey, girl. How's it
I
going?
kind of know
Hi,
Frank
honey.
through his mother.
Okay.
And a lot of this has really made me think of him, but I don't know the other two people. So, I mean, I hate to commit to that for her, but
Right.
she's
Yeah.
thinking that it might be too.
Yeah. And that's why I say it could resonate with multiple people, but later on, there might be something that's more specific that can lead down just this
Uh,
one path,
Please
right?
go left.
Please go left. Why do you keep telling me to go left? I don't
that
want to
was
go
going
left.
on the other night.
Yes, exactly. Same thing with the children are listening, you look the same and go left. It's like they want me to go over there and I don't particularly like over there. I used to. That's where I
Oh,
used to
wow. I
go.
didn't realize his birthday was in a couple of days. Teresa,
Oh,
I'm
see.
sorry.
Okay,
It,
so
I'm in
that's
good here.
significant. That when there's specific dates like that, important dates specifically to the spirit, that can sometimes give them the push to come through.
Well,
Ian, do you remember?
if,
Ian, do
let
you
me know
remember
if you want me
who
to
I
start
am?
throwing cards. But right now, I don't feel the need.
No, I was going to say I think it's a little early yet. So
Hospital.
hospital. Okay, so now
Mhm.
Gigi,
Yeah.
you said, what did you send me from heaven? Let's see, we're getting a little bit of spikes. Somebody with a little bit of energy is able to come through. There might be multiple spirits trying to speak right now, too. I just don't know what your fascination with wanting me to go left is. I mean, I can't go right because there's a wall beside me, but why, Spirit? And now, actually, now that I've said that, go left might be for somebody else. Because Docs, you're the only one that is the same from each one of the lives. Maybe that message is for you. Go left.
No.
You're talking
Oh,
about coming to Canada too. What's left of you?
Oklahoma and Texas.
Well, don't go there.
Hmm.
I mean, I wouldn't mind Texas so much, but don't put me in Oklahoma.
No.
I live alone with 2 cats, and neither one of them are to my left.
I'm from the 1900s.
Okay, so again, we had 1920s earlier, we have 1900s. And so now 1900s, if you think about it, that's a long time. It's a long time, right? We
Right.
were just in the 1900s. And so it could mean they were born in the 1900s, they died in the 1900s.
But it doesn't necessarily mean like 1901. It could be 1989.
Yes, exactly. It could be any date on the 1900 timeline. And sometimes I think that spirits get confused.
Footsteps.
Yeah, I did hear that. Thank you. I did hear that, but I thought it was the neighbor. Thank you. I did. I thought it was the neighbor, so it was kind of weird. Thank you for verifying that, though. Spirit, can you please give us a name?
Pretty please.
Were you living on the island when you passed? You gotta stop turning off this device. So annoying.
Spirit, is your name Ian?
Spirit, is your name Ian?
Besides asking a name, because the spirit talker is not usually very good with names.
Doctor, that doesn't resonate with me.
Yeah. And doctor can mean, you're a doctor, they saw a doctor, they were a doctor, somebody's planning on being a doctor. That's why this is really difficult, because it's not very specific, and so I keep asking for something for more clarification. To get names is very rare, but my last 9-hour session, it was just a constant steady flow of
Yeah,
names, but it was trying to
yeah.
mess with me. It was trying to mess with me, and when I called it out, the name stopped, and I started getting real messages again. And that sometimes happens too. They want to take control. So Spirit, I need something specific. Who are you trying to contact? Oh, there we go.
Mandy.
We got a name.
Amanda! Amanda!
Amanda.
Is she still in here?
I'm trying to find out if she is in here. Amanda, honey, if you know she's not in here, dang it.
Yes, she
Oh,
is.
you
Yes,
are
she
in
is.
here? Okay, good. There you go. So,
Now, is that not what everybody calls you in your family? Is Mandy? See, that's what I thought.
Oh,
thank you for validating, Spirit. Thank you very much.
Well, y'all asked for a name, and you damn sure got one.
wow.
Whew, I got goosebumps.
Me too. That's
Sometimes
weird.
that happens. If it happens right away too, that usually means that they have something important to say right there at the very top.
Me too. Well, say it. I mean, now that you know it's yours, tell them.
Say what you would say if they were here. They're listening. And that's the thing I think people forget too, is just because you might not see them or hear them doesn't mean that they're not aware. They are aware of the big moments and the small moments. They just come in and peek around and then leave. They can't stay for too long. Oh,
Abandoned.
well, I mean, you did say that he wasn't found for a while, right? So that could be what he means. I don't want to put words into their mouths. I don't do that. I'm not a psychic. I'm not a medium. I just let you see what it is, and then you can try to decide if that is meant for you. That's why I say write some of these things down, because you might go with, well, that wasn't for me, I guess. But others you might be, oh yeah, I forgot about that
Under
one.
the ground.
Under the ground, yes. You are buried?
That could be my cousin Ian.
Right? Okay. So Spirit Chat would like you to say the word
Butterfly.
butterfly. If you see things like coins, butterflies, dragonflies, sometimes smaller birds, feathers, things like pennies or nickels. Usually that's spirit trying to get your attention, especially if it happens very frequently. We had a live about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago now, and the one girl, she finds dozens of dimes every day, and the dimes are within the same decade, and that's something that you should pay attention to as well. If you are finding money, pay attention to the dates. Or if you're finding, weird coupons that you just like, why am I seeing these coupons everywhere? Pay attention, because there might be a message there. Take a picture. I wish that I could take a picture, but I'm on my phone and my tablet and my laptop all at the same time. The last time we did this, we saw faces in my curtains.
It won't let me take a picture because you're in Canada. There's a security thing. Only
Oh, for
Canadians.
Pete's sake,
And
really?
yeah.
You take pictures of his grave every time you go? Okay. I would look into that a little bit more. You may not have captured anything yet, but they might be telling you to take a picture and this time I'll show up. Another thing you can do when they say that, mirrors and any reflective surfaces are portals, and so that's why they reflect your surface, right? Because they're a reflection of our
Footstep.
Well, I didn't hear that one.
Gosh.
I did not hear that one.
Also, if you've got pictures, I would look at them
Yes,
carefully.
look at the pictures since they've passed, because there might be something in them. Sometimes it's an orb. Sometimes you can see faces, but in mirrors and in reflective surfaces, generally, you might want to be looking, and it's not necessarily a look dead on. Sometimes you have to kind of lose your focus to see. Sometimes they like to live in the mirrors. It's a reflection of our world.
Spirit, were you found in a hotel?
That's a
Oh,
great
Benny,
question.
I'm so sorry.
I'm very sorry to hear that. Yes, exactly, Moonchild. Exactly. All of that stuff. Smells, yes, smells are so significant.
Yeah.
They really are. You can smell cigar smoke, cigarette smoke, perfume, cologne. You can smell gunpowder, vomit, blood, that type of stuff. Oh my word, she killed. Okay, well,
We've moved on to somebody else.
yeah, well that might be for me, right?
Oh, that's true. That's
So
true.
I'm just gonna bypass that one and ignore it a little bit. But yes, birds and coins and butterflies. Coins are definitely the most popular thing that spirits apport, which means that they can make appear and disappear. They love jewelry. Sometimes you'll see those items back. Sometimes you won't. We lived close. Okay. I am in Camrose, Alberta, Canada. So we lived close means somebody would had to have lived near Camrose, Alberta. The favorite candy, yeah. If it's something that they enjoyed often, it could be a repetitive thing. Say if they baked fresh bread every day, you might suddenly start to smell that, or at a particular time of day. That type of stuff happens quite frequently. You scare people. Oh no, Spirit. I'm very sorry to hear that. Please don't scare people. I know that you don't do it intentionally most of the time, but you
Yeah,
are
I'd rather not be scared either. Dee's coming when she gets off work.
okay.
I just figured it'd be okay to have another
So Spirit Chat
whatever
would
we
like to
are.
know if their mom regrets what happened to her. Your dad's life scared people? It sounds like it, hun. I'm so sorry. It's a very, very rough life. That is one thing that comes across often
Hi,
when I do
Tara.
this is regret. They often regret what they have done. There's that spelling of shop again. Okay, so now if you're Canadian, you'll know that word isn't spelt everywhere, but that word is significant because of the pop shop, which was a very significant memory for me and my little brother.
We
Um,
don't spell it that way at all in the United States.
No, we don't spell it like that either. But in the old days, you know, back in the early 1900s, 1800s, they did have stores
Uh,
that were spelt that way. But the pop shop, right? Right, Proud Mama? The pop shop pop. It was just a brand of pop like Pepsi is, right? Came in glass bottles. Um, but my brother was 7 when his mom murdered him and then took her own life. And earlier it came through saying she killed. So I'm keeping that in the back of my mind. Whether
yeah.
it's for me, I don't know. You you just want to keep draining my millimeter again. I'm just going to keep turning it on. I don't know why the last time you let it go on for like 4 hours without turning it off.
Hey,
I,
Ian, do
you
you?
definitely have. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
Ian. Oh, hey, Ian, do you regret leaving this world when you overdosed in the hotel?
Spirit, do you regret overdosing in the hotel?
Shadows move.
Okay, now has anyone in the chat seen shadows move at all?
I have.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's one thing that you guys need to be aware of. We cast a shadow, spirits have shadow, but then there's these other things that are legit shadow beings, and they are the bad ones. They are a demon, basically. And so if you are seeing a solid humanoid shape that is darker than the blackest you've ever seen, that is something that I need to be aware of immediately so that I can protect myself and I can try to bless this chat really quickly, because we don't want any of that. But if you are seeing just shadows moving, that's different. Shadow people, they are nasty and it's very difficult to get rid of them. You've never seen that? Okay, good. You don't want to. I've seen it in person one time, and let me tell you, I've never been more scared. And I've done this for over 30 years. There's not a lot that scares me, but those things scare me because we don't know enough about them. Yeah, sometimes you will see things out of the corner of your eye. Lights,
Light.
yes. You want me to bring the lights. You've drained all my lights this week, though. I can give you a couple more flashlights if you want, but I don't think that any of my other lights will even power up now.
How to kill a battery.
Exactly. How do you kill a battery? You give it to a child or a spirit. All right. So these lights, are induction lights, and so they sense human movement, and they have these sensors here. And so if I turn the sensors toward the laptop, there's no reason for it to turn on. So once it turns off, I'm going to show you that what I'm doing isn't going to be turning it on. And so if it comes on, just like the cat ball, that's not me. You might be able to get a little bit more juice out of those lights, Spirit, than these flashlights that you've been messing around with all week. So we'll wait for that to turn off.
You had really good luck with those round lights, the one that you've got beside the cat ball the other day.
Oh yeah, they love these lights. My legs. Well, my leg is hurting right now again, which means that there is a spirit that is getting a little too comfy cozy with me. Was there anybody whose loved ones were afflicted with some type of lower leg pain? Like
No.
from the knee down? Okay, so you can see that the lights are off, right? So I'm here, touching, nothing's happening. In order to get the cat ball to go off, you have to physically pick it up. In order for this light to go off, you have to be near the sensor. And the sensor is right there. And because it's dying, it doesn't even want to turn on for me now. So we'll see. If it comes on now, then it's really paranormal because I couldn't even get it turned on. Your mom, your sister. Yeah, like I said, it could be multiple spirits that are coming through, and it's hard to decipher who the message is for until we can get a bunch of things strung together. And right now, the chat is starting to pick up a little bit more on here, so words are coming through a lot more quickly now, and so that means that they're feeding off of the energy in the room. Well, I don't know who that one was for, but I certainly didn't get chills that time. I just have severe leg cramping in my right leg, and that happens to me with certain spirits. I feel their energy.
I really don't want to admit this, but we're starting to pull. My mother only had one leg.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe these are coming for you then. Like I said, there can be multiple
There's
spirits.
been a couple of more things. I mean, yeah, there's been a couple more things.
Well, and
But
there again, you've been in a
they were,
couple of my lives too, and so maybe they just didn't have a chance to get out those messages before now.
but I don't want to talk to my mother. I'm done. She's gone. I'm finished, kaput.
All right, Spirit, you heard that. Josh does not want to hear from you.
I'm done. I said everything I wanted to say. It took 10 years to do it. But if the leg thing doesn't, to anybody else,
Right.
it sure hits with me.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like I said, I'm not a psychic, I'm not a medium. I am a sensitive. I pick up on energies. I can't
Oh,
say this
um,
is for sure for you. Remember the horses.
and
Bobby. Oh, Amanda, did you not say his name was Bob? There was a
that's two
Bob.
names that we've got that's meant for Amanda.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's not my mother. I hope not. God, I hope not.
My
Your
right
turn
arm.
to the left, though. Your look left, whatever.
Yeah.
It was her right leg that was missing.
Oh. So then she would always be going to the left then.
Yeah. Kind of, sort of, yeah. I mean, she'd have to use her left leg to drive, and yeah.
Yeah, see, and I can't say for sure that yes, this message is for you and that's what they mean by it because I'm not a psychic. I'm not a
I
medium.
don't really, gosh, my house has been cleansed so much.
Right?
I mean, I moved in here because it was empty, barren. Okay, that's for sure not me.
Okay, now that's a weird one. Okay, Baron. Okay, we all know who the president's son's name is. Okay, what the
Yeah,
heck? What
that
the
could be
hell
for
is that name
Benny
coming
too.
from?
That could be, there might not be a Benny on the database for this thing.
Yeah, that's the thing too. There's a lot of weird names that tend to come through, which makes it more authentic for me because there's no reason why these words like I have one spelling bees, okay? And a word came through the other day that I had never heard before. It was two
Smith.
words put in together as one and I was like, that's not even a word. How would that be on here? And it was thumbscrew. Anybody in the chat
I
tell me
remember
what
that.
thumbscrew is?
Yeah, we did. We told you. It's a torture device from the
Exactly, a
medieval
torture
times.
device, but it has no purpose being on here, right? And so when stuff like
No.
that comes through, or things like barren, which on a normal everyday basis you wouldn't be hearing those words, that makes it more authentic.
Whoa. Wait a minute, Amanda. Your name and whose?
And your
His last
father's,
name was Smith. And is yours Barron?
your boyfriend Corey Smith. Wow,
I
the
really think this
temperature,
is all Amanda. It's all Amanda.
the
I
temperature
like
has gone
talking.
up a little bit. You like talking? Well, I am so glad that you are talking with me, Spirit.
See, I fired this. I did everything. I salted my house. I saged it before I salted, blah, blah, blah. I just went nuts with it after the other night. And then I turned my spirit talker on and sat here for half an hour and didn't get a single word.
And that's the thing. Sometimes you will get nothing. They're just like us. They're just not in a physical form anymore. And so if they didn't want to talk to you then, they might not want to talk to you now.
I
You know,
hope not. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't think any of this is me. I mean, there's a few things that, yes, I could probably link to my mother, but I really think that right now it's somebody for Amanda. And I mean,
I
later
definitely think that,
Frankie might come in or Aaron or whatever his name. I'm sorry, Benny, I didn't catch it. I mean,
Ian.
you know how they move around so much last time?
right. I think that there's probably a couple of spirits that are trying to come through right now. I do think that Amanda is having a connection. But I think that there's a couple of other messages in there that may have gotten um, missed.
Amanda. I talk a lot. I do too, Amanda.
Your mom likes to talk too. So yes, if anybody would like to come up, you might have a better time connecting if you are up in the boxes.
See,
Just like I said, simply because then spirit can hear your voice, and if nothing else, burnt. Okay, burnt.
Amanda has got enough.
Amanda, if you
And
want to
we
come
know
up,
Sarah does. I think Teresa needs to work on her 1,000.
oh yeah, dang it, she doesn't have enough. Yeah.
Larry.
Okay,
The
so
only reason
there's
she ever
another.
comes into TikTok is to watch my videos that are so stupid.
You have a lot written down, okay? You're Amanda's mom, okay. So maybe some of these things can resonate with you. Maybe you can remember things that she has forgotten about. Your mom burnt a couple of pans. Oh my goodness. Your neighbor's lame. Oh my goodness. See, yeah, sometimes I think that spirit gets so excited that they can have an open dialogue that they just start spewing out things, and some things get looked over, other things can resonate with multiple people, and that's why I try to ask for something more specific. Um, so spirit, can you tell me what year you passed in? What year did you pass?
Amanda, what year did they pass? Your dad.
Okay.
2009. Okay, Spirit Talker, we need to hear it.
Oh,
Don't mess with me. Ooh.
is that a threat? That was like immediate response to you, Docs. Oh my goodness. Well,
I'm sorry. I apologize.
little bit of an attitude, Spirit, honestly.
Well, I had one too, so it just I can take as good as I give.
Amanda, was your dad feisty? Sometimes they get to be a little ornery, you know? Yes, okay. Okay. Okay, Spirit, we're still trying to connect with some other people. Is there an Ian here with us? Oh no, you can't hear anything? Oh no.
Ian, are you here?
That could be very well too, Amanda.
Yeah, if he's strong enough.
Yeah. And he's been
Because
gone for a
Frankie,
while.
yeah, Frankie's only been gone a year.
Yeah, the newer that you are, the less energy you have,
Hall.
therefore, you might not understand how to do any of this. Hall. Okay. That
So,
would
Frankie, I do hope you're taking notes.
I asked for a year though, Spirit. That is not a year. Okay, Hall. Okay. He liked the attention on him all the time, yeah. Well, I mean, pretty much they're the same after they pass, right? Their personality still makes them them, and when they come through to mediums and psychics, you can hear that come through a lot. That's where you hear footsteps. Yeah, see, and I'd only heard the one footstep, and it wasn't right beside me. That's why I thought it was the neighbor upstairs. But sometimes if they are very recent, they don't understand how to communicate, and they can get bullied by the ones that do, right? And other times they're just so anxious that somebody has equipment that they can interact with. So that's where I like to remind them that, Spirit, you can interact with any of these devices and they're not going to harm you. You can take some of the energy from their batteries to try to communicate. In this device here, you can manipulate the words and create sentences just like you have been to speak to me. You can affect the temperature, and I can see it on my screen here. You can interact with these lights here that are in front of me. You can pick this one up and it'll turn on. Or you can interact with this
around
one.
here.
Your body is around here. Okay, well, you said that the other day too, and that kind of freaks me out just a little bit because I'm in an apartment. I live alone. So, again, I'm in Camrose, so I'm in central Alberta, Canada. Twice now, somebody has come through and said that they died, or they lived here, they died here, their body's around here. I don't know how that relates. I don't know how close that is either, because that's not specific. So it could be in Alberta, it could be in Canada. I don't know what their distance or what their time is like there. But if that resonates with somebody, if you think that their body might be in central Alberta, Canada, write that down. You don't think your mom would come through? She wasn't much of a people person. Yeah, sometimes if they weren't a big talker, they won't. Other times they didn't get opportunities to say a lot, and so now they have
Play.
lots. You would like to play? Would you like to play with some of this equipment? If I was doing a full investigation, I have lots of equipment for you. Lots of lights that you can manipulate, devices that you can play with, cameras that you can be seen on, devices that your voice can be captured on. In fact, this REM pod that I was showing you guys earlier that makes all the lights and
Bernice.
noise and everything, by Friday, I will have a Boo Buddy, which is a stuffed toy with its device dismantled inside of it. And sometimes spirits like to interact with those because they look familiar. They're a toy, so toys aren't scary, right? You felt her hug. Okay, so that's significant there. If you felt her hug before, I actually felt my brother hug me my last session that I did. And until you've experienced a spirit touching you, it's really hard to describe to somebody else other than it feels like you've walked into a
Concentrate.
billion spider webs. Concentrate. Yes. Everybody
I was just
concentrate.
thinking about explaining to Amanda that sometimes when they're switching over who's talking, there'll be a mixture,
Yes.
and then
Yeah.
it says concentrate.
Yeah,
This thing
exactly.
is this thing is messing with my head tonight.
Yeah. Out of all of the apps that you could get for this
Victoria.
field, this is one that I find to be so authentic. And it's because it's made by paranormal investigators. So they know what they're looking for and what they expect out of it. Victoria. So we've had Larry, Bernice, and Victoria come through after Bobby, Barron, and Smith. So again, people could be coming in and out of this room too, right? And names could
Hi,
just be
Leroy.
popping in.
I'm sorry. I was just saying hi, Leroy.
Hey Dee, chickadee dee dee.
Well, there she is. I told you she was coming.
Oh, really? Her name is Victoria? That's awesome. And Victoria's your mom's, yeah. So I think some of these messages are mainly for you guys, honestly. Be interesting to see what else though. Like you may have missed words and just dismissed them and thought, no, that's not for me. And same thing with you, Benny. There might be things that have come up that you would have to think about later and go, oh, wait, that does make sense.
Yeah.
And, just because that you want to talk to a spirit doesn't mean that they're ready to come forward or that they have anything to say either.
Mm-hmm.
How's it going? Welcome in, Walleye.
Oh, is that what he's saying when he types that?
That's how I
I
took it
never.
was, how's it
I,
going? How's it? Yep.
Exposed.
Oh, somebody's exposed. Or
oh
is
yeah.
it, the truth has been exposed now, hey? You've been exposed as a spirit ready to communicate. We need something more concrete though, please, spirit. Can you give us a date? You said 1920 and you said 1900s. Can you give us a more specific year or a month? You should have plenty of energy to speak to me because I've given you plenty today.
The last time I said something to Amanda, I got my head bit off, so I'm not going to do it again.
Yeah, he was kind of crabby for a little bit. June 26, 2009. Well, let's hope something like that comes through.
I can't believe that happened.
Put you
Hey,
in
Ian.
place, that's for sure.
Hey, Ian, if you're here, can you be crabby to me?
It's okay. It's okay, Amanda. I did it.
You're a
it.
bugger.
It wasn't your fault at all.
Well, Spirit, it's very nice to meet you.
Let's see,
That's
this may be
all,
a
Oh,
Ian.
wow.
salutation or something.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, that was for you. Spirit, can you please tell us how many people are watching this right now? How many people are in the chat watching us have a conversation?
Maybe not including the lurkers.
Yeah. Can you give us a number, Spirit? You know, the amount of interaction that was happening the other day with all these balls and everything, it's amazing how quiet it is. But then again, I had the shaman come and help me.
Yeah, the other day was real negative feeling. This one doesn't feel like that at all.
Oh, I know. Water?
Water.
You need water? Okay. Let me grab you some more water. Yes, water is a great energy source. Another thing aside from water is certain rocks and minerals. They call it the stone tape theory. Sometimes these rocks and stone minerals, they can actually record events over time. And so you might think that you're having a ghost activity or poltergeist activity, and it's not. It's just a replay.
My life was taken.
Your life was taken. I'm very sorry. See, Docs, you know what I'm thinking, and I'm not going to say it
Yeah.
out loud.
I was just fixing to tell Teresa that she's got a few crystals. I know. Get them out.
Okay.
Get them
They
out.
can get energy from those crystals too. Crystals, certain stones and minerals, water is great, batteries is great. They can get energy from us. So I'm just going to go and grab some water to bring it out here for them. You guys just watch this
I'm
quick.
going to tell them about what they might dream in the next couple of days while you're getting water. It, pay attention to your dreams for the next few days because you might just be open enough after this to be able to get a dream that answers whatever questions you might have or make you feel like you're communicating with whoever you're looking for, kind of thing. Does that make sense? Yeah. And it'll probably be a very realistic dream, probably.
Also, once you open up a line of communication, it is more likely that because that doorway is opened now, that you might have more dreams. You might have more things happen. You might notice more things happening.
I respect you.
Well, thank you very much, and I respect you too. You got your crystals, Kate. Awesome. Hair too. Awesome. Spirit, I brought you more water. So you are now surrounded with 2 liters of water. And I've got all my stuff over there too. I'm just going to do something really quick because I want to see if it'll help bring some energy through. Sometimes when there's stuck energies, we can do a little bit of sound bathing and we can do a little bit of chimes. So I'm just going to take my chimes here.
Cannon.
Thank you.
That was fast.
It very much was. I thought there was something stuck there, and as soon as I did that, it came through. So I'm going to do a little bit more here. Okay, Benny, try asking your question now.
Okay. Ian, do you remember who I am?
We're trying to connect with Ian. Can you come through and give Benny some kind of confirmation, please?
Ian, can you torment? Oh, wow. Yeah, this is him. He,
Could
you
be
know,
frozen too.
we've always told him to quit doing drugs, eh?
Okay.
Well, maybe not, Frankie, then.
So yeah,
And he wouldn't
tormented
quit.
soul.
That crash.
Crash.
His friend that I babysat with him, when his friend died in the crash. That
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
And your dad also, hey, Amanda? See, sometimes that energy gets a little stuck here. And so instead of them coming through and giving their message, they just kind of hang on to me because I'm a sensitive and they love that they can get energy and speak. Doesn't mean that they're saying anything meaningful, but sometimes I just need to do that to get that little bit of energy to back away. Had a bad car crash. Oh no. I think that vehicle accidents have got to be like the worst.
Mm.
Yes, it could be very much. It could very much be pain, suffering, any kind of inner conflict and turmoil. It could be that they regret the way that they passed. And
River.
well, I don't have a river, but I am close to water. Um, did somebody pass by way of water? Crash could mean multiple things. It could mean that they crashed. When they go and they get the crash cart because they're having medical problems. It could mean that they were in a physical accident. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard for me to say because I'm not a psychic or medium. I can't really just say what they're saying. I just know when I pick up on certain feelings. Oh my goodness, at Ralph River. Okay, so again, that could be their way of validating. They know that you're here and they're hearing what you're saying and that they're aware that's what you're going to do, right? Like I wish that I had those psychic abilities, those mediumship abilities, but I'm just as sensitive and I've had premonitions come true when I was a lot younger before a bunch of bad crap happened to me and I think I blocked it all out. And that's something I think most people don't realize is I believe that we all have abilities, but along the way life and society has stunted that. And so some people can develop it a little bit more and others don't. And
She's dangerous.
yeah, I agree. She's dangerous. I agree.
Hmm.
Yes, there is a few that are in here. 100%. Well, there's a few that are in here. I know for certain that my brother is here, and I think his mom is too. I think that she's preventing me from passing him over. Um, so Spirit Chat would like to know if you can say her mom's name. If you're listening, can you please say her name? I'm just going to turn my mail meter off because it's just going to keep doing that because nothing much is happening, but they're taking the battery. So I'm
Hmm.
just going to let it recharge a little bit. And I'm
You
going to
should just break out a few batteries and set them around.
I know, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was
Just
thinking
break
too.
out the batteries. Say, here, take it.
Well, see, and I bought a bunch of rechargeable batteries just for that reason because it doesn't take much for Spirit to drain, full on charged camera battery. I mean, I can go out there with all of my lights, my ring lights, and all of my cameras, and those things will just die. So I have
Okay,
multiple
somebody's
lights.
fixing to come through big time. My phone battery just crashed and burned. And
So
it
yeah, we're probably going to get a significant response here then if you're.
I was at 85% when we started out.
And see, that's what happened to me when I was doing the
Hello
museum.
all.
And
Thank
now
you.
I'm at 20 and we ain't been on here long enough for it to drain it that quick.
And your phone just drained and the message immediately came through and said hello all. Now when I was
Yeah, yeah.
doing my live, I only got 18 minutes of that live in at the museum before I said, Spirit, you can take some of my device's energy and you can take some of mine too if you need. And as soon as those words left my mouth, it booted
Mm.
me off of the live. My tablet and my phone both dropped below 70%. It would not let me reopen TikTok at all on my phone for the remainder of the day.
Yeah, we're kind of all freaked out because you just went poof.
Yeah, and I was so mad too, and my hands were just pouring with sweat because my phone was on fire in my hands. They overheated my battery, and that's why it wouldn't do anything. I actually thought I was going to have to get a new phone. And so it took me about 40 minutes before everything calmed down enough that I could just film with my phone. I couldn't go back on TikTok though. But they
Well,
do
now,
that. If they
if
really want
this
to talk.
works if this works like it did the other night, being plugged in won't even charge it. It'll just be
No,
stuck here for
it'll
the
just
rest of
keep
the time.
draining. Yeah, because that's what
Yeah.
happened. My phone and my.
C.
Oh, did we not talk about that earlier tonight too? Did we not talk about water in some way? Somebody was connected to
Yeah.
water. Oh gosh, I can't
Yeah.
remember who it was.
It's my life was taken, water, nice to meet you.
Yeah, um, that's right there.
And then there was River just 3 or 4 ago.
Right. So I'm wondering, Spirit, did you pass because of water? Were you working with water? Water, sea, were you a fisherman maybe? No worries. We'll be here. Yeah, my phone, even though it's plugged in, sometimes Spirit will still continually drain my phone so bad that I'll be down to 20%. And I'm like, sorry guys, I gotta go because I'm charging my phone, but it's not doing anything. And that,
Yeah,
that
see, that's what
happens a
happened to
lot.
me the other night. Charging it just kept
Mm,
it where it was, and that was it.
yeah, exactly. Your mom passed on Cape Breton. We'll see. There you go. That's a C right there.
Oh, this is Amanda's. This is apparently right now anyway, Amanda's, but somebody may come in later and shuffle them out of the way.
Exactly. Sometimes that happens, you know. And it might not even be that they have anything particularly meaningful to say. They just want to let you know that, hey, I'm here and I know that you're here. I know you're okay. They are very well aware of major events in our lives just because you might not be
The
aware of
lights.
it. The lights,
There's Dee.
yes.
Dee, would you come up in the box, please? We
Lights.
we need we need another sensitive person.
You want more lights? Well, I just got this solar light today. I'll give that to you, Spirit. We'll do the orange lights for you. How's that? And I'll take this one away because you ain't turning that on at all. So we'll do this and we'll turn it like that so that they can still see. And I'll turn this one off because you just about drained it. Like, look, there's like nothing left of this light. That's what happens. That's why you get rechargeable everything. So this
Knock knock.
solar
Dee,
flashlight, I can
Dee
charge it
saying
up
knock
and down.
knock.
Knock, knock.
Yep, Dee said knock knock.
There we go. Sometimes just having more people up in the boxes can give spirits more energy too to come forward. If you're not comfortable or you don't have enough,
There.
that's fine. There, was that good, Spirit? You needed that little bit of light?
Amanda's daddy and I would get along great. I just got a feeling.
I think he was a character.
I think so too.
That's me,
Because
by the
that's
way. You can see my shirt in the background because I turned this light on. I figured maybe they want just a little bit more light.
because he keeps being real smart with me. But I mean, I asked for it
So,
both times.
Spirit, I'm still waiting for some clarification on a year. Can you give me a year? A year that you were born, a year that was significant to you? Maybe the year that you passed? Water again. Well, I don't
Water.
know how much more water I can give you. I mean, obviously, water is very important to the spirit because they've brought it up numerous times in different ways now. I'm thinking that it had to been a big part of either their life or their death. Those are significant dates, hey? Okay, So, Spirit, can you please come forward with a date for me?
Well, Frankie played that game where you catch a ball in a little bitty net. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh yeah,
Lacrosse.
Did Aaron play a game, Benny?
lacrosse is
Ian,
probably
he played hockey like years ago.
I just wondered he wasn't on a swim team or something.
No.
May, March, June. Your mom lived
You're
at the
next.
ocean. Oh, now you're gonna stop threatening me with that, or I'm gonna send you. I told you, you're not gonna mess with me, Spirit. We've had this discussion already. Sassy little bugger. You're next. All I see is that movie poster with the boar's head. You're next. No, I'm not intimidated by you.
Hey, Road King. Okay, he was a lacrosse goalie. I didn't
Um,
know what it was called. I didn't think I didn't remember Teresa ever saying he was on a swim team or anything.
hey,
But
Rocky.
people who don't come in tonight might come in the next time. And
Yeah.
Teresa, I will let you know every time I know.
Yeah, and that's very true too. And there's people that aren't in here tonight that Spirit might be trying to get through to them. That was weird noise. Did anybody hear that?
Yes,
Yeah.
I did. I heard it. It was
I
like
don't have a pet, and that sure sounded like a bark to me.
it
Did
sounded like
anybody
one
have
to me too.
did
A
anybody
close
have a
by
dog walk
one.
past?
Here.
Yeah, Frankie had a menagerie.
She's here. Oh. She's here. Hmm. Okay. Well, I don't know whose dog was barking, but that was weird.
Mine.
That wasn't
My
mine.
dog.
Are you
I'm just
leaving?
gonna do this because I think it could be. I do think that there is messages that are still coming through for you, Amanda. But I think that there's something that's blocking, so I'm just
Salt.
gonna, yeah.
That's
So
Salt
you
water.
want me to
second
get the
time we've
salt.
gotten salt.
You want
I
me to
bet
get the
you it's
salt.
salt
So
water.
I'm gonna do some tones again, and I'm gonna see if I can't clear that energy away a little bit again. So we'll see if anything comes up immediately again after this. We're gonna try it one more time. We'll just see if that helps a little bit.
Wale, it could be for you.
Oh, really? You were born and raised in Camrose? Oh my goodness. No, I do not want to stop inviting me to lives, people. That is interesting.
Gosh, I ain't got a single invite since we've been in here. I'm jealous.
um, okay, so now we're not really having much come through, so I'm just gonna grab my drum. Hang on one second.
It stopped coming through when I came in, hey?
Yeah, it got a little quiet. I mean, I
Yeah.
felt kind of blocked earlier too, though, so it could be me. But I'm just gonna do my drum. I don't know if you guys can see the reflection in the.
Yes, I can.
Thank you, Spirit.
Wow, that was
Thank you,
cool.
Spirit, for acknowledging me. Thank you very much. You'd like me to do the drum, I take it.
Yeah, apparently.
Okay, Spirit, are you able to come through now?
Stay.
Thank you. That was pretty immediate.
So, Spirit, you passed in the day in salt water.
That's
Is
what I
that
was just
correct?
thinking. That's just what I was thinking, Dee.
Because if that's the case, then I know who that is.
And that could be why there's some stuck energy here because of salt. Because salt is meant to contain the negativity, right? And prevent that from crossing over. And if you pass it in salt water and you're trying to leave, it might not let you. And so they might have a little bit of a blockage there. Hopefully,
Children
Children
Spirit.
spirits.
okay. Thank you for that validation, Spirit. That's really sad. I'm going to get my spray and we're going to try something.
Children's spirits.
Children's
That's the
spirits.
second time it said something about children.
Yeah, it's usually telling me that the children are here, which, I mean,
That's what it said before. It said the children are here.
yeah, and
Exactly.
children, I mean, I worked in childcare for over 35 years. I'm the oldest of 10 and I'm a grandma and come from a very large family. So those messages come through a lot, but when it says that children
2.
are stuck here, that bothers me. There's 2 children spirits. Okay. They might have come in tonight because I mean, we did a massive clearing out at 3:30 in the morning, me and the shaman. So there shouldn't be anything here, but I know that there is something lingering, and I believe that it's my ex stepmom.
Spirit, did you?
Amanda,
Your
go
mother
ahead.
was a survivor. Oh my goodness. Okay, well then we're gonna do this here. I have a singing bowl that I'm going to use, but I also have my sea salt and sage spray. This is my sea salt and sage spray, and we're going to just spray a little bit around me, and we're going to see if whatever's lingering here will leave.
Oh, I bet that smells good.
It smells divine. It is so much lighter than burning sage for people that don't like it. So I'm going to turn this light off, turn that one on, and I'm going to do the singing bowl. I'm going to put it here.
That is so sad. Oh man, it makes you want to put your hands around people's throats.
Do you hear that? It just told me to keep
Keep
going.
going. No, I think I know who this is. Mm.
The hell was that?
I think it's somebody in Dee's background
Stranger.
talking.
Mm.
You're a stranger to me, Spirit.
Spirit, are you able to go to the light, or is someone blocking you? I feel like
Oh,
there's a block. I feel like there's a big block in place, like somebody's keeping them here. They want to cross over, but somebody here is wanting them to come through bad enough that they're stuck.
I can speak through this.
Yes, Spirit, you can speak through this. Do you have a message for someone that is in the chat? Is there something I can help you to come through with? Do you need more energy?
My phone's up to 21 now after all this time.
Well, I mean, it's not going down anymore, so that's good.
Yeah.
Docs, is this what you wanted me for?
Yeah, exactly. Is that okay?
Yeah.
You got a big bubble in your throat. Aw. I think that you might need a little bit more, hey?
It just works better when there are more sensitives up here.
Okay, Spirit, I'm going to do the chime again. Just see if this will help you a little bit more, okay?
We needed you, Dee. Teresa, if it doesn't happen tonight, it might the next time.
I once lived here.
Again. Okay, so what I'm thinking is maybe they don't mean like my location that they're speaking to me at, but maybe one of your locations.
Not mine, for sure.
You're sensitive too, Wale? The more of us that there are gathered
They
in this
can,
area will help them to come through. So even if you're in the
Plans.
chat, plans.
So there was plans being made.
Mm-hmm. So plans could be that there's something happening soon and things are being planned. It could have been they planned this.
Walleye, that could be for you because of your plans, and they want you to follow through with your plans.
Little girl sings.
Wow. Little girl sings. Wow, you guys. Your daughter sings. You sing all the time.
okay. Spirit, we need something a little concrete so we know who it is we're talking to, pretty please.
Yes, I need a name,
Pretty
Spirit.
please.
Can you give us a name?
Or a sex.
Yes, or a sex. That would be good. I don't mean like sex, like, intimacy, but a gender. I do believe that this is a male that we're speaking to, though. I have felt that from the beginning.
Well, this could be about you going and seeing your dad.
That's what I think.
Edith.
Edith.
Interesting. I mean, I've only known of one Edith my whole life, and that was Edith Bunker, and I'm pretty sure that doesn't mean her.
Yep.
You
It's
feel
only
it?
Edith I ever heard of.
Uh-oh, Mama, you say OMG. What's that? You know somebody named Edith?
Type faster.
Yep, you do. Okay. Okay, so that was validation. We got a name, but Spirit, I still would like to have a year or an age. Can you give me the age that you were when you passed? Your mom's best friend. Wow.
Is your mom's best friend still around? My screen's
Yes.
flashing. Is anybody else's screen flashing?
No.
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 Your screen flashing.
No. My mom.
It's happened twice.
Oh,
Yeah, so it's my mom's best friend that she wanted to make sure that she's coming out to her celebration of life.
Okay.
and we've known her like they've been friends since before I was even born. So I don't know.
I do think that there is a couple of spirits that are trying to overtalk each other right now.
Yeah.
I definitely feel like there is a male energy that is a lot stronger
I
energy.
think 3 to 4.
Yeah, that I was gonna say there has to be more than two because I
Burial.
know my
Yeah.
brothers. Oh, burial. We were just talking about that.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank
She's
you.
coming out. She's coming out for my mom's memorial.
Thank you for that validation, spirit. Okay.
We're not having a burial, but we're
You're
having a like
a
her
gathering,
ashes.
right?
Yeah.
Since you're up here, ask a question then.
Or tell her something.
Yeah, say what you would to her if you know I was her right now. What would you say? Because they can hear you and they can see you, and sometimes you
Um,
saying it gives them the validation.
I'm sorry I didn't check on you earlier, and I should have.
Oh,
Bones.
Because I found my mom on a Friday, but we like with like when she was like adamant on taking her pills, we figured she had died on a Wednesday,
right.
but I didn't find her until the Friday. So that's a guilt in my heart that I'm gonna have forever.
Your dad's phone. See, I feel like you hold on to that guilt a lot.
Oh
Gosh, I
Um,
know that even.
but you can't. It's not your guilt to carry.
no,
Um,
but it's just gonna be there forever, you know.
it is, but we can't change that, and they don't want us to live in that grief in that moment.
Oh, I know she wouldn't ever want that, but it's just, you know,
But there again, that could have been the block that I was feeling is that you wanted the messages to come through, but you were feeling a little bit guilty, and maybe so you put a little bit of a block up.
maybe.
Um, I mean, subconsciously, we can do a lot.
Yeah.
Your dad's bones, Amanda.
Yeah.
You think that could have been for you?
Hmm.
Evelyn. Okay.
Evelyn.
Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, so Evelyn was my stepmom's name.
Mm,
And like I said before, my stepmom took my 7-year-old brother's life and then took her own. I do feel like he's here trying to get my help and she won't let him.
right.
So that was a little bit of a validation for me. But also there again, burial and bones. He is buried somewhere in England in a farmer's field. We do not know where. We don't have that closure.
Here.
So yeah, here. Are you here? Are you here with me?
Are they asking if
Well, with a question mark, I would assume that they're asking. And see, that's the other thing. There's no punctuation in this app whatsoever. There's no question marks. There's no exclamation marks, and there's no sentences. There's
oh
just
really?
a bounty of words that spirits can manipulate to turn into sentences. And the fact that I've had multiple questions come through with question marks is astounding to me.
There's
I
some
did
major
hear that
sentences
dog
in
bark.
there too. Like, I
Yeah.
Somebody
can
has a
speak
dog.
through this. That's 5 words.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, somebody's dog is trying to come through because that's the third time now I've heard a dog bark. And it sounds like it's in my apartment, but quiet. Like it sounds like it's behind a bunch of things, but in
It
my
might
apartment.
it might be mine.
It could be yours.
Yeah,
It
mine
sounds like
passed
a
the end of
small
February.
dog. Like it sounds like a small dog. Like I'm thinking like Pomeranian type size because that's
Oh
the
my
bark
God,
I hear.
my husband's dog, like when we first moved here, we had to get him put down like within the first year, and he was a Pomeranian Shih Tzu cross.
Well, that could
Mhm.
definitely be it. Okay, so there's that necromancer word again. Remember earlier it came through and it said necro, and necromancy is speaking to the dead, and sometimes that freaks spirits out. Depending on how old they are. To them, this could have been like witchcraft. The devil's
Right.
work.
That
You're
Here.
safe here.
I appreciate
was
that.
fast. Wow.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. You are also safe here. I will not make you leave unless you ask me to cross you over. If you would like me to pray for you, I can pray for you. If you'd like me to cross you over, I can cross you over. But I would need that validation.
Did you see what I wrote in the chat that my chest like got like super heavy?
Oh, did it?
Yeah, like before. I don't think anybody saw that.
No, I didn't. I definitely didn't see that, or I would have said something about that.
Yeah, I didn't see it either.
See, I don't know if they let everybody else see it.
Oh,
Well,
But it was just before Walleye's comment of the in his throat, like a lump in his throat. It was
really?
just
yeah,
before that.
Let me go
I'm
back and
going
see
back.
then. Because I know there were some messages earlier that weren't coming through at all. And I was like, that's weird that they would have blocked that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you want to stay, that's fine. I will not make you leave. Thank you for validating. Yeah, just trying to see that, and I don't see.
I don't see it.
I see the big
Really?
bubble in the throat, but I don't see.
It was right above that one.
No, I don't see that though.
Mm-mm.
Weird.
That is so weird. But that could, again, that could be spirit interaction or could be TikTok.
Yeah.
There
Yeah, that's
aren't
true.
any words in that would have made TikTok.
Okay. Okay, now I'm going to say something. I literally just read that D word on my screen when that popped up. Now, Docs, you and D maybe even remembers too that word that came through that I will not say out loud, but I could spell it in the chat. I do think that there is something that likes to come and go because it knows that I can communicate.
Hmm.
Um,
Right.
but Nathan, can you elaborate on that for me a little bit? You don't see it either, hey Amanda? Yeah, I don't know why that message wouldn't have gone through unless TikTok blocked it, but that doesn't make sense either.
No,
Oh, Jesus.
alls I said was that my chest was feeling heavy and I think I have to step out.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I saw you say, I got to step out. I'll be right back. And that was all. There wasn't anything
Yeah,
else.
that's all I saw you say too, is that you said you'd be right back, and I was like, yeah, no worries.
Yeah, that was way before that.
Yeah, that's weird.
Hmm.
Okay, so Nathan, you can come up if you'd like, but can you just elaborate with what you're seeing?
Yeah. But
Oh, that is
I'm
right,
gonna
Amanda. I do recall you telling us the name was Fisher, so that there could be validation that this is this Bob Fisher spirit? Did you go by Bob, Bobby, Robert? Oh, you still have those chills in your bones. Well, that's funny because that was pretty much the exact words that came across at the very beginning of this live.
Mhm.
And see, the thing is, okay, Bob, Bobby, and Robert. So can you tell us what name that you went by, Spirit? Or did you have a nickname that maybe we aren't aware of? Um, going back to what Nathan was saying there, sometimes the spirits will,
Joyce.
well, I'm
Joy.
pretty sure Bob didn't go by Joyce, but I could be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes those nasty evil entities, Nathan, they can do the same as the good spirits do, and they can persuade you to come and try to make contact like this as a way to get to you through me. So I just want you to be very aware of that. And maybe you can do some things to protect. I'm going to, when I close this live, I'm going to do some things to protect as well. Because I've had a couple of nasty things come through.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I will maybe come back. I'm gonna pop out and just for a few minutes and
Yeah,
just
you know what?
float
I'm going
around.
to recommend you go outside, you take off your socks and shoes, and just stand on the ground,
Or
barefoot.
dirt. If you have any
Or
dirt, go
dirt.
put your
Yes,
feet on the dirt.
yes, that too.
I don't have any
It
dirt.
sounds weird, but it grounds you.
It does. It
I'm,
does ground you, grounds your
I'm
energy, and it can help release some of that stagnant energy that might be stuck to you right now, that might be making you feel those things that you're feeling.
well, just like it feels like my shoulders are tight
Mhm.
and my chest is tight.
So you could have a spirit that's, what they do to me is they will sometimes, when a child comes up behind you and you're sitting on the couch or whatever, and they wrap their arms around you to give you a hug, but then they tuck their knees up on the back. So
Yeah,
sometimes spirits do that to me,
Flashing.
like a little backpack, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that
I
could be
was
something.
complaining about that several minutes ago. Thank you very much. I'm glad you're finally catching up with me.
Exactly. You were flashing Doc's
Yeah.
phone, were you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. It was just like somebody was taking pictures somewhere. And
Oh my gosh, Nathan. That's really disturbing.
Oh wow.
That
Yeah.
yeah, that's a whole nother level.
Yeah. I'm already outside, so I'm just gonna stand up for a few minutes.
Yeah. So
take your
sometimes
shoes off.
sometimes
Oh
just
no,
having the
I'm
energy from
already in bare
those
feet.
go through the
Okay.
soles of your feet up through the top of your head. Sometimes that's all you need to kind of clear and reset. Um, I mean, I if you have sage, that's always a good idea.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Okay.
Hmm.
So we're still waiting on a year, and Benny's still been patiently waiting for messages to come through. And that's not to say that they have a message for you. Um, it could come through in a few days too. We don't know. But spirit people are waiting to
He's
hear that.
back.
When you want a message, you're not going to get a message. That's the thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not like picking up the phone and dialing a friend and
Yeah. That's so weird. My phone's been on charge the whole time and it was at 100% like 2 seconds ago. Now it's at 95.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
there
with
you go. I'm still at 21.
you hear dogs again. Yeah, I keep hearing
Yes,
this
that's
little.
Yep,
right.
Yes, that's right. I do keep
yep.
hearing dogs. Yes, you're right, and I shouldn't. I live in an apartment building. um, so yeah, sometimes they just don't have anything to say to you in the moment. And just because you want to talk to them doesn't mean they have any interest in talking to you. They might not
Yeah.
have the energy to do so, the means to do so.
Oh.
Your
Hey,
dog.
Spirit. Hey, Spirit, did you die when you were 29 years old?
Spirit Benny would like to know if you died when you were 29 years old.
No.
Oh man, I just got a wicked pain in my stomach. Holy. Yeah, something. What?
Crocodile.
Crocodile.
What? Why would that be in this database? Why would you be talking to a spirit and need that word to come through the phone? Like I just
Crocodile? What?
Yeah,
Uh,
no. They did
it's
not die when
right.
they were 29.
Dundee, like, see you later, alligator in a while, crocodile, like, crocodile Dundee. I don't know, unless they were, from the swamp, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
That's really weird. Like,
Hey,
some of the
Teresa,
words
do
that
y'all
come
have
through.
crocodiles? I mean, we have them. Do y'all?
No.
No, we have
No,
moose.
Teresa, she's in North Carolina. I didn't know if North Carolina had crocodiles or not.
Oh, actually, I don't know if they do either.
See, I'm in Arkansas and we have them.
Yeah.
You guys got crocodiles or you got gators?
Probably both.
Oh,
Probably
you're
both.
right. You're right. I'm sorry. We have alligators.
Gators,
Yeah.
yeah.
Alligators are freshwater. Crocodiles are saltwater.
Yeah. But they were talking about
They
saltwater.
they were talking about salt water, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept mentioning the sea,
All crocodiles are
Were
saltwater.
you fishing?
fishing,
Google it.
that's right. And walleyes here, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that stuff could be meant for him to get his attention. Look at that.
Yeah.
They said, yeah, I'm right, huh? Thank you for
Mm-hmm.
that validation. Thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna pop out of the.
Was there other survivors?
Okay, Mama, that sounds good. That's a great question.
Poor Sarah.
Skulls.
Skulls.
Oh, well, I don't like that answer.
Spirit, would you like me to give a message to someone who's not in this live?
I say yes.
Because I can get them into this live, Spirit.
Somebody is trying to snap my neck.
Oh no, like a crocodile?
I don't think so.
No, is it? Do you feel like you're tangled?
It's just a lot of pressure at the base of my neck. I don't usually have pain there, so I don't know where it's coming from. And I mean, I'm well supported. It's not,
How's your
I mean,
temperature doing?
I don't know. Earlier today, I could fry an egg, and I don't want to look right now. It's a funny little thermometer thing. It's electric, and you point it in your pan. It tells you what it's hot enough to do.
Oh, forgive
Forgive
my
my sins.
sins. Forgive my sins. So you'd like me to pray for you?
Walleye, this is for you.
Wow, okay. I can pray for you. I sure can.
Dee, did you meet my friend Moonchild? Her real name's Teresa. She told it, so I guess I can tell it too.
Insight.
I have friends in real life. She's one of them. She's in here somewhere trying to find her son.
I don't see it. I don't know how.
You don't see that the messages are for you, Wale? Is that what you mean?
But it goes back to fish and water.
I mean, I think that some of these messages are definitely for you, Wale. And I also believe
Thank
that
you, Teresa. You know you are mine.
I think that Amanda's dad's definitely coming through too. I still feel like there's some kind of block there though, and I don't know if it's coming from Benny or somebody else, but I feel like they want to connect, but they don't want the answers. That's what I feel.
I don't know if I believe that.
I think some people are scared to have the closure or to have the answers. But if you just remember,
Jeffrey.
oh gosh. Thank you. Does Jeffrey mean anything to anybody?
Jeffrey going once.
Yeah.
Going twice.
I'm sorry. I keep joking, but Amanda's dad likes it.
Jeffrey doesn't resonate with me.
Doesn't do anything for me either.
Okay. Oh my goodness.
Whoa.
Wow.
Well,
Okay. Well, that could explain Doc's neck pain, honestly.
What happened?
She had an
Wendy.
ex named Jeff that hung himself.
And she needed some insight. She needs to forgive her sins and Skull. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, you would be feeling it at the base of your neck.
But when I feel it in the front, this is in the back.
No, you would feel it in the back because of that's where the knot is.
Oh. Well, now we could be talking about Teresa too here.
Really?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
My word, that is so. Guys, I'm so sorry. It pains me so much, but this is also why I love to do this, is because it gives them a voice again.
Yeah.
No, leave us.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to leave you.
I'm not leaving either.
I'm not leaving you either, there, Spirit.
And see, that's just like something Frankie would say too, though.
Okay.
Tell me, Teresa, it's not true. Isn't that something Frankie would say? Leave me alone.
So, Spirit, you want me to pray for you? Or do you want me to cross you over?
Teresa, did Frankie have any close friends named Jeff or Jeffrey or anything like that?
He was very private.
Okay, that's back to the
I
leave
mean,
us
so that
alone.
they're not stuck here anymore, that they can go and be with God. Sometimes spirits, they don't fully go. Sometimes they're stuck here because they have unfinished
Okay.
business, or sometimes we have unfinished business with them and they get trapped here. Some get stuck in their death state. But crossing them over just means that they go with God, whoever their God is. That way they're not stuck here. They're not stagnant here and reaching out for help constantly. And I won't cross anyone over that doesn't want it, because that can be devastating for them.
Significant.
There are some that are stuck in the middle. These ones might not be. Significant. Yes, it is significant. So does that mean that you are stuck here? Spirit, if you're stuck here, can you say that you are stuck? Some we inadvertently trap here because we're not ready to let them go. Yes, some can be in heaven, some can be earthbound. Some don't want to leave. Some don't want to be here at all. They just want to go. They're done with this world. Wow. Yeah. And even if they do cross over, that doesn't mean you don't communicate anymore. It just means that they have found their way there. They're not wandering aimlessly here, seeking help from us. Now, I don't deal with portals. Portals are very dangerous if you don't know what you're doing, because you can you can be taken, you can be trapped. You can let in a bunch of wrong ones and lock out the good ones, and vice versa. And so I don't deal with portals, but I do prayer if they want, and I can cross them over if they're particularly, sticky entity like the one that was attached to
Forgive
me.
me.
Then I will go elsewhere and get help. Forgive you. Okay, so this spirit is looking for forgiveness. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's terrible. Your son's around and gives you signs. Yeah. Money is the big thing. Coins, and a lot of times they're ancient coins that you're like, where the heck did you even find this? But
Raymond.
okay, there's that name again. Now I have an uncle Raymond, but I'm not necessarily thinking that's for me. So coins, feathers, ladybugs.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but the other night it was like books of the Bible names, and tonight it's names you never hear.
Yeah, it was a lot of weird and weird and outlandish names that were coming through. But then I had that entity with me, which I still believe is a sprite, an elemental. But I feel so much different now that the shaman came and helped me. She did say that I probably wasn't going to be able to get rid of it on my own, because it was pretty attached and I was pretty weak at that point. But yeah, I slept most of the day yesterday and I feel so much better. I feel so much lighter now that that's gone. Yes, somebody has been asking for forgiveness. And that's common too. It's common for them to say, I have regret. I didn't mean to die.
Death.
I didn't want to die.
Death.
Yeah, death. It was death. It was death. That's right. If I didn't get help from that shaman, that's where I was headed for sure. That's also why some entities have to be moved on, because they're just going to leech the life out of you. If you're around dead energy too much, you're going to absorb some of that too, and you can start becoming very ill. Forgiveness for taking their life, yes, because it is a sin. Yeah.
Struggling.
You're struggling. I'm very sorry, Spirit. I'm very sorry. I still need you to tell me if you would like me to cross you over or just pray for you. I can do some healing tones, and you can try to cross yourself. Tell me, Spirit, do you see the light? It's also important to note that some spirits, they're afraid to come forward because they don't know if what we're going to do is going to hurt them. Some of them don't know how to interact with these devices. And so with the Boo Buddy, which is just a stuffed toy with REM pod pieces taken apart and put into it, it makes it less scary for them to try to come forward and utilize those things that they see all the time, like a flashlight. That stuff is recognizable. But when you start coming at them with things like this, makes a bunch of loud noises and lights and everything, a lot of them are terrified of it. They don't understand it, but they can take energy from that. If you wanted to speak to a loved one at home, I don't recommend to do this though, because once you open up that doorway, anything can come through. And
We're apprehensive.
yes, we are apprehensive about
We're
doing that.
talking about
That's right. We are apprehensive because we know what can come through could be a liar. But if you wanted to have a conversation with a loved one, it's very easy. You take a recorder and you can leave it beside you while you're sleeping at night. You can ask a couple of questions, leaving a few minutes in between, like say 30 seconds in between your questions, and then just let it run at night. and see if it picks up anything, and you might actually be able to capture their voice. They might not want to come and speak to all of us. They might just have a message for you. But I highly suggest that if you do that, you do it once and only once, and then you sage yourself afterwards, because you just don't know what can come through. You are apprehensive to cross over is what I think, Spirit.
Oh
There
my
you go.
God.
We got it. It took all night, but we got it. There's your validation. We got Frank. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you
I
so
got
much.
goosebumps.
Thank you so much for validating that. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, what's your question now? Now that he's listening. If you
Well,
want to come
everybody,
up, you can come. Oh, she
I'm
doesn't
falling.
have enough. Okay, so Frank.
Benny, if we start getting messages for you, I'm gonna come get your ass.
Yeah. Well, I'm
Frank.
gonna go to bed, guys. I'm falling asleep, so I'll see you guys next time.
Okay,
Okay.
Benny.
All right. Thank you, Spirit.
I'll let you know if his name comes up.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem.
Good
Thanks so
night,
much,
everybody.
Benny. Good night.
And now Teresa's asking Frank
Heal.
if he's at peace. Heal. Oh, well,
There
that's
you go.
appropriate.
So, are you at peace?
Teresa's having trouble healing from all this.
Are you at peace? And it says heal. So I guess maybe he wants you to heal from this. I mean, that's what I'm taking from it. I don't know. Um,
That's what I'm hearing too.
yeah,
But I know them. So
yeah,
it's sometimes you interject what you want to hear when you know somebody.
yeah, exactly. So she believes that you're at peace and they are healing. Thank you so much, Spirit, for coming through and speaking your piece. Do you have a message for her?
God, this is crazy, Frank.
You notice my lights aren't even, they're not even budging. They don't want to take the energy because these are low level spirits. There's
Harriet.
Harriet again. Okay, so Raymond and Harriet are my aunt and uncle. They are married. Those two names have come through in the last couple minutes. So I think somebody's trying to get through to me, and I think it might be my auntie. Is this Auntie Lynn? Remember, you kept saying Thompson.
Okay, I'm gonna jump out for a bit.
Okay. Spirit, if this is a message for me from my Auntie Lynn, can you tell me when you passed? It was very recent.
Figure.
Oh, well, I don't see a figure, but I have one now, so thank you for noticing. Commenting on my figure, are we? Come on up, Walleye. What do you think? You think some of these might be for you?
For me, no, not yet.
No? I guess we're going to find out in a minute. So, Spirit, you said figure. Oh,
Sacrifice.
Well,
Oh, I have to go pee on that one.
I don't like that one. I don't like that word.
Yeah, I don't either.
Okay, so sacrifice can mean lots of things, though. I mean, it could mean that you sacrificed your life, you sacrificed your time, your job, your money, your happiness. Can you be a little bit more specific? I need to know who I'm speaking with, please. I feel like the energy shifted in here a little bit.
They left.
Yeah, exactly. I think Benny was blocking a little bit. I think that he really wants a message to come through and he's getting frustrated that nothing is coming through and that it's just putting up a block. Because the energy definitely feels different to me right now.
My neck quit hurting.
Did it?
As soon as Frank's name came through, it quit. I'll be right back.
That's interesting. Your mom sacrificed giving you up for adoption? Wow. Well, that could be. Like I said, I can't interpret what it is that they're trying to say, but if you can go back and you can resonate with some of them, it might link up for you. But Spirit, I need to know why you are saying sacrifice, because I don't like that.
I know you.
You do know me. So is this my Auntie Lynn? If this is Lynn, then you could pick any number of your siblings' names or your children's names, your grandchildren's names, your great-grandchildren's names. Hell, you can name my grandchildren's names if you want. Give me something to validate that this is my Auntie Lynn, who just passed in January from lung cancer. I feel like there's a couple of different messages or a couple different spirits coming through right now, and that things are getting confused. I don't like the fact that it says sacrifice and figure. I don't like those two together. Are you trying to threaten me a little bit?
Witness.
Oh, witness. Well, witness what exactly? Witness your figure? I've been watching and I'm not seeing shit, by the way. I'm not seeing nothing. Usually when it says things like that, I will see something or I will hear something, but no. But you certainly have made the temperature go up, so I'm just going to move that. Everybody can see that it was 22 degrees in here when we started. And it was just at 26.3. And now it's dropping again. So that could be that there's somebody trying to come through. No, it's dropping rapidly now. I mean,
Two ladies here.
There is two ladies that are here in the chat that are thinking that they're trying to speak to you. Are those two ladies your ladies? Temperature is just steadily dropping now. I have no windows open. This fan that's beside me is a little camping fan, and it's been on this entire time. It's on the lowest it can be on. I can barely feel it. It can't even reach there because it can barely reach me right beside it. So there's no reason why that was as high as it was and is now dropping. I mean, my laptop's not even on, and if it was on, that would be going up, not down. That doesn't make any sense. So you're bringing up the two ladies. Is that because you have something to say to these two ladies? Can you say one of their names?
That would be crazy.
Yeah, you notice that the light hasn't been touched at all, right, Docs? Remember the other day, every time a message came through, that thing lit up? Every
Yeah.
single fucking time it lit up. It was like they went like this and then answered. Every time. It was crazy. You're stuck at 23 now.
That was going off a lot more the other day, too.
Yep, exactly. Like, there's no reason for the fluctuation in the temperature at all. You were still waiting for some kind of validation. Can you give us a name? Well, you gave me a name, but it wasn't a lady's name. Thank you. Thank you for validating. That is my son's name, my youngest son's name. So, is this my Auntie Lynn? It could very well be. Okay, Lynn, what is your husband's name? Better yet, better question. Better question. What sport does he play?
Lynn's husband, you're asking?
Yeah. I want to know, what sport does my uncle play? And if you put his name up there, I'll say it, but I'm not going to say it otherwise. What sport does he play? I mean, you played it too. Oh.
I stare back.
Oh, that's so creepy. Stop it. Don't say that. Don't say that to me. I don't like looking in the mirrors because
Okay.
of portals, and I'm always afraid that there's going to be something in the mirror staring back at me.
I hate telling Teresa's stories, but that's the first thing she
Really, man.
said to me when they found Frankie.
Really,
Was about his eyes staring.
Yeah, that's creepy.
I mean, she just kept going, his eyes.
That's why they close the eyes, right? Is because
But they
eyes are
found
the
him.
windows.
They found him.
Right. Well, see,
So,
eyes are the windows to the soul. So when they close the eyes, it's so that the soul is staying in the body when it goes and gets buried, right? The soul can be free to roam. I have a thing about mirrors ever since I was little because I have seen things in mirrors move before. And so I don't like standing in front of the mirror and doing anything. I'm always afraid there's going to be something with a face looking at me.
Find.
Find. Okay. What would you like me to find? I swear if you tell me to go and look in the mirror, we're done this conversation.
I'm out of here too. I'm right out of here behind you.
No, like I just bought a scrying mirror. I just bought one. And so the fact that it's saying that is creeping me out because I don't do scrying, but something in me said, you should do it. You should do it. If you guys don't know what scrying is, it's when you are in front of a mirror and you lose your focus, you just kind of glaze over. And usually you can have things come in through the mirror that way because they are portals. It can be very dangerous. However, people have been possessed by doing that before. One of the most recent ones that was very big deal happened at Zach Bagans' museum. They had a bunch of people doing investigating in different parts all at the same time. And Vincent went and he stood in front of Bela Lugosi's mirror. And you got to see him be taken over. And then he fell and smacked his head on that friggin' ground and freaked everybody out. And scrying is something that freaks me out because they're portals, right? Yeah. I don't know why I bought that mirror. I still don't know why. I think I was compelled to do it.
Well, I mean, you can tell I don't look in a mirror very often and not much.
I didn't want to die.
I know you see, I think this is my auntie because this is exactly the conversation we were having the other day. I know that you didn't want to die. And I'm sorry, Spirit. I'm very sorry that that happened to you. Would you like my help? I mean, I just have to ask though, if this is my Auntie Lynn, can you verify that you are with Grandpa and Uncle Tim. Tell me, where did Uncle Tim pass? Because if that comes across here, then I'm done doing this forever. I will never do this again if that comes across here. Because there
Oh
is
my
no
goodness.
way in hell that those words would ever come up on an app like this. None. None. He died in a very big way, in a very public way.
Oh,
So if you tell me that, then I will believe you. Spirit Chat wants to know if their mom is here saying name or place. It's being really quiet now, hey? Like since Dee left, it's slowed right down.
yeah. See, I knew we needed her. I
Exactly.
don't think she didn't feel comfortable in here tonight.
No, and I got that too, that she felt like she was feeling some kind of weirdness. But the more sensitives that are trying to give energy, the more spirits will pick up on that. Okay, so you protect this place. You protect this place.
Oh, excuse me.
You protect this place where I'm at, or you protect this chat? Do you protect where you are? Because I gotta say, I don't particularly feel protected here. Now, I asked if this was my aunt, what sport did my uncle play? Or tell me where my uncle passed. Tell me where Uncle Tim passed. Because neither of those things should come across.
Glenn.
Oh, for Fox Creek. Okay, well, that.
Just somebody new, or do you
I
have
have an
another
Uncle
relative?
Glenn, but that's not him. So I don't know. I have an Uncle Glenn, but that's not him. I think there's some messages that are getting mixed up in here. And as people keep popping in, messages could be for them too, right? So we have to keep that in mind.
I don't think has anybody popped in new lately.
I've seen a couple, but I think that they just leave right away.
Yeah, they're going through their FMP.
It's nice to meet you as well. Can you tell me who I'm speaking with? My name is Sherry, or you can call me Riri.
Oh, I can't believe I'm yawning so much. I mean, I am when the sun comes up is when I go to bed person.
I know, me too. But I am feeling quite drained. But you're also
I
sick right now. See, the communication has slowed right down, and that's what it's normally like.
well, the other night we were in here till like 4 o'clock in the morning or something,
Yeah,
and wasn't nobody yawning.
I started at 10:30 and went until just about 9 that one night, just doing this, and it was just steady, 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 steady. And Luke, all of those messages were for Luke, and he continued to talk to me, and he has every day since then. Definitely believe that was his sister that came through, and she's started communicating with him other ways. She's come through the radio. She's told me not, she specifically told me not to go to the Hellfire Club and investigate there. She didn't want me to go to sleep yesterday either, but I had to because there was no way I was going to live if I didn't go to sleep. I knew that was happening. That's why I called the shaman.
You go all the way to England?
Well, that's to find my brother, but yeah, I would go there to investigate for sure. Yep.
Oh,
The UK is filled with so much
yeah, I
history.
know
Exit
that.
down there.
See, thank you, Spirit. I said I wasn't going to go down to the Hellfire Club anymore. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't have warm and fuzzies with that one either.
Yeah, no. There has not been a single investigator that has gone there and come out unscathed. They've either gotten
Yeah,
scratched, bit, pushed, slapped, kicked, gotten
freaked out
violently ill,
real
burned.
bad. You
Yeah,
know, they've got those dummies set up in that main chamber at the end of the long end of the hallway,
yeah.
and people see 'em. I've seen them move on
There's
TV.
a monk, a demonic monk there, that's been there from what we can tell, at least the 1500s. And it's very, very nasty. And of course, it's on my bucket list of places to go investigate, but I'm a solo investigator and I'm also sick with a bunch of different things, autoimmune wise and whatnot. And I probably would not come out there unscathed for sure. And Spirit was telling me not to go, and I listened.
Yeah,
Arthur.
you can go look for your brother's grave, but don't.
Yeah. Well, that, and I want to, go to Strawberry Fields because, well, I've been in love with John Lennon since I was like 3 years old, apparently. So I've got his name and everything tattooed all over my body. I need to go there. Arthur. Oh God, I don't know if that's the name of the monk actually.
I don't know either.
That could actually be that could actually be the name of the monk. Frick, I can't remember. Okay, well, I don't want to talk to that person. Can we please
Yeah,
go back to talking about Amanda's dad?
yeah, he was fun.
Yeah, tell my mom if she's trying to speak to me, I need to know because I have to go to bed soon. Okay, so Spirit, can you please let us know if you're trying to get through to anybody in the chat? Everyone's tired.
I know, that's what I'm saying. We were in here forever the other night, and nobody yawned, not even
No.
once.
No, nobody even wanted to leave. I mean, sometimes
No,
people come
and
off of the
now I've got a
boxes
real bad urge to go, but I don't want to leave you alone.
after. After. You'll tell them after? Okay, well, that's your prerogative, I guess. Um, do you think maybe that he's tried to communicate with you a few times though, aside from things like the dimes and whatnot? That is their preferred method, by the way. You'll see sometimes fingerprints on the other side of glass, and you're like, how was somebody standing there at the window? That's literally them. Sometimes you can wipe those away and they'll come back too, but they do love to apport things. And that just means that they can take items and move them around, or they can take them and not bring them back. And they can also
Like the
leave
keys
things.
aren't where you left them, kind of thing.
Yes, exactly. Keys is big thing they
It's
like to
not
do.
just me.
It's not just you. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I did think that we were talking to multiple spirits. Thank you for validating that, Spirit.
It's killing me. What's weird is as soon as we get off here, I'll probably be wide awake.
Yeah. And see, I'm starting to feel that ache in me again. So I feel like somebody's getting really close to me and that they have a message. So, and I don't hear that dog barking either. That has to be said. Once once D,
Dave,
once D left, I stopped hearing the dog. Once Benny left, I stopped feeling like there was a block happening and I felt the energy shift. Um,
oh my gosh.
okay.
See, I yawned, and then Leroy yawned.
Yeah, it's catching you guys.
Yeah, it is. My eyes are watering, though. I
But
mean,
see,
I am just wore out tired.
yeah, that's the thing. I'm feeling that drain too, and I think that's because Amanda's dad was just talking, 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 and taking all that energy. And then when I cleansed it again, I think that kind of just let that heaviness dissipate, and it might just be hanging here. So I'm just wondering, Spirit,
You know, you go to sleep.
if I turn off some of these lights, if you're gonna still talk to me. Hey, are you going to still come through? If I take away some of your power,
Can't
you can't
breathe.
breathe
Can't breathe.
instantaneously. Thank you. Thank
Now,
you. I will give it back to you then.
Benny's friend, O'Deed,
Yes.
Teresa's son hung himself. Have we got anybody else in here
But
that
then
this
there
would
was
apply
that deal
to?
with water too, right?
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah. If they drowned or something, that would be awful. That's a terrible way to go.
yeah, exactly. Your mother died of lung cancer. And see, my aunt just
Oh, there
died
we
in
go.
January of lung cancer as well.
Oh, can't
Oh,
breathe.
feathers. Okay, so I was just talking about this. I was just saying that coins and things like that. Feathers is also a big one. They like feathers. They like sending things like ladybugs, um, sometimes blue jays or hummingbirds and butterflies, dragonflies, pennies, dimes, nickels, but feathers. And I don't know if that is more of a spiritual thing for some of them, or not. But yeah. Okay, so you're new here. What we're doing is I'm communicating through this app and speaking to spirits on the other side, trying to connect with some of the loved ones that might be here in the chat. We've had some good responses so far tonight. I think that there's multiple in here that are trying to speak now, though. So it's getting a little muddled. But somebody is trying to send feathers. I haven't seen any, so no, that's not for me.
Not me.
You had a feather show up. Okay. I'd be paying attention to things like that more now because maybe that's their way of trying to get your attention. And if you find money, in particular coins, check the dates because usually when you find them, they're going to be within a decade, and that usually is a significant date. Sometimes they look like they're brand new coins as well, and I don't know how they do that. It just is all fascinating to me. This is what I love, though, is having this open line of communication when I get validation from having words come across, especially if they're there's Baron again. Okay, again, it's really hard to
Second
have
time.
duplicate words come through. So that's second now. Baron is usually meaning a couple of things. It could mean a plane. It
Excuse
could
me.
be some type of royalty. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, if she's native, then that explains the feather thing. Because I was gonna say feathers are usually meant, from the earth, basically. It's more of a spiritual thing. And you were saying that she was a survivor of the schools, right? And saw a horse, yeah, because they're a type of royalty. So Baron, I'm just wondering how that would pertain to anybody though.
I know. That's the second time.
Unless
It's the second
somebody,
time or third time we've gotten it.
yeah, I think it's the third time.
Suffered.
And suffered again. Okay, so Baron, they used to name fighter planes Baron, right? Red Barons and all
No,
that. So I'm
no,
just,
that was the name of the guy flying the ship. Like in the one with, oh God, one of them's name was Maverick, and one of them's name was Shotgun or
oh
something.
yeah,
And all
Goose.
the flyers the fighter pilots all get a nickname.
Yes, that Tom Cruise movie.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one I'm thinking
Top
about.
Gun. Yeah,
Top
yeah,
Gun, yeah. But
yeah.
all
And
the
so,
pilots have a nickname, and
yeah,
so Baron could have been somebody's nickname.
exactly. And that's what I was thinking. It could be something to do with that. Maybe they were in a fighter plane that went down in the ocean
Do
or
we
saw the
have
girl from a long
anybody
time.
who went down like that?
Okay, so Baron. You saw a horse and your father grew up on a horse farm. Yeah. I mean,
I'm not playing games.
Neither are we, Bubba.
wow, the attitude on him. Hey, he's just a little snarky a little bit. That's okay. That's okay. I like the snarky ones because I'm snarky too. I know you're not trying to play games. You're trying to give us bits and pieces of information. I know it's difficult for you to come through. I'm gonna get my drum again and I'm gonna just see because of the native thing. I want to just see.
Mood.
Mood.
Okay, right. You got it.
They're in a
Okay.
mood. I'm in a mood. We're both in a mood.
Right. Okay. So can you guys see the
Now,
pattern on there?
if you do any investigations when you go to England, you know their ghosts are different, right?
Oh hell yeah.
You can't talk to them like I've been talking to whoever this is all night.
Oh no, you have to mind your P's and Q's when you're over there because they are old school. Okay,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna do this drum and I want you to come through, spirit. I want you to come through and give us the answer to the question that we've been wanting to know all night long, okay? We want to know if you are at peace.
Frank.
Thank you.
Again.
Again, thank you, spirit. That was immediate. Thank you.
And I don't think she's in here anymore.
I needed that. I think they needed that.
Yeah, she's not in here anymore. She said goodbye to me a while ago.
Dang it.
I'll tell her.
But you know, it doesn't matter because I just helped the spirit. So I think that there is definitely some kind of connection with a native. There's some kind of a native connection here. I'm not sure if it is that. Oh, wait a
Free.
minute.
Well,
Okay.
this is an Italian child if we're talking about Frank.
This is weird. This is weird. Okay, so they were just talking about their mom being a survivor of the residential schools. Hey, Dee. And I did the drum and immediately it came through and said Frank. So I'm wondering if I just cleared the energy from her mom.
Might have.
Spirit, can you give me confirmation that her mom is okay now? I mean, she's been giving feathers and all of that. That might have been just exactly what she needed. Hospital.
Hospital.
Second time we've got that.
Man, I don't understand what that means though. Because these are people that passed unless
Frankie didn't pass away in the hospital, so I think we've changed humans. I mean, spirits now. We've changed people.
your mom died in the hospital. Oh. So maybe she's stuck there. Maybe that's what
A
she
lot of
needs.
people are.
They are. A
I
lot of
can't.
people do get stuck
I
there.
can't go to a senior citizen's home or a
Mhm.
hospital. They drive me nuts.
Yeah, it's like walking into West Edmonton Mall. You feel like you're bumping into people that's
I
how I
don't know what
feel.
West Edmonton Mall is like, but it gets real crowded real fast.
Yeah. West Edmonton Mall is kind of like just imagine what a Disneyland is like, only you're inside and people are just stopping to have
Yeah.
family reunions in front of every store. Like, hello, move the fuck over. It's annoying. But yeah, walking through West Edmonton Mall, I feel very claustrophobic, and that's what walking into a hospital is like for me.
Yeah, I get that. I had a younger brother that he could hear him asking him for stuff,
Oh yeah.
especially if he was in a nursing home. Because like my mom was in for the
My mom
last
wanted
year
my
of her life.
legs.
Okay. Again, that came through about the legs. Remember, I've been complaining about my legs hurting. We had crocodile. Could a crocodile have eaten somebody's leg and they died in this saltwater ocean in the sea? That's very possible. It's also very possible that somebody lost their leg due to something like diabetes or a car accident.
Or a spike wheel tractor running over them when they were 3.
Well, that's oddly specific. Is there a story you want to let me in on?
I told you my mom only had one leg.
Oh, man. Well,
No, leave us. We've been told to
again,
leave several times now. I vote we go.
yeah. You just want me to leave you alone for the night now? You just want us to leave you alone and stop bothering you? That's totally fine. I'm okay with that.
We
You
can
just,
always come back another day.
yeah, exactly, exactly. So, Spirit, can you give me a confirmation that you're done talking with me tonight? Can you tell me goodbye? Tell me to F off and get me a banana on here, why don't you? It'll be my first one and I'll be super proud. Come on, give me something. I need you to tell me one way or the other. You know, I don't feel like I have to clean a lot of energies out of here either, and that's weird. You'll definitely back. That's
You're
awesome.
aware
You're
of me.
aware of me.
I am aware of you. That's right. I am aware of you. Oh, well, that you didn't tell me good night, so I don't know what to take from that, but I am aware of you as you are aware of me. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Can I ask you to touch the cat ball for me? You see this toy right here in my hand? You see how it lights up as soon as I touch it? If you can do that for me once it stops, if you can do that for me, then we will end the session tonight, okay? And we can talk again tomorrow. All you have to do is touch that ball, and it's going to flash up. You guys had so much fun playing with it the other night. Can you just touch it for me? I know it takes a little bit more energy than you're used to, but it doesn't take much. Can you try? You remember you guys were saying that the button was going down? Like you could see it being pushed down the other day?
I missed that part.
I thought I just saw it again. Just very slightly, like it's trying to turn it off.
All you got to do is move it.
All you gotta do is just touch it. Just see it, and I thought I saw it again.
Tradition.
Well, I don't know what that means. That is not an answer to any of the things I asked. So, chat would like to know, is her mother at peace? I mean, I think I can honestly say yes, that she is. If a spirit isn't at peace, most of the time they're going to let you know about it. They're going to be really, really loud about it. Some people call them poltergeists, but the thing is that poltergeist activity can sometimes be misconstrued, and it can actually sometimes be caused by our turmoil, our emotions, and it's a subconscious thing. And same thing with spirits. Sometimes their emotions can do the same thing. They're going to let you know about it if they're not at peace. The spirit, can I go to bed now?
Please.
Because I am sufficiently tired and I would like to go and, like, you know, enjoy some 420 and a drink before I go to bed, please.
I had the same
Really?
thoughts.
I could drink a bottle of wine right now. I am thirsty. Oh, I'm not.
Mock.
I'm not mocking you. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I apologize. Okay. I'm sorry. Forgive me. That was rude.
I'm
That was,
sorry too.
that
This
was
ain't
rude.
Amanda's daddy anymore.
Yeah.
He would have said something more snarky than that.
Okay, so sorry, spirit. Can you please give me one last message so that I can go to bed and behave then? Is that better? I'll just drink water. Can I have a cigarette though? I mean, I'm gonna whether you want me to or not. I wasn't trying to mock you. I appreciate you coming through and talking to me. This is your last chance to give a message. For
The
crying
noise was
out.
me.
The noise was me, like the barking noise.
Oh my word. Okay. Oh, again with this noises crap.
D said the dog was hers.
It was, wasn't it? Because that
Oh,
dog
okay. All
stopped
right, that
barking.
works.
Oh gosh.
We thought we'd done connected with something wild.
Okay, the noise was you. Well, can you do it a little bit louder for me, please? Can you repeat this pattern for me, Spirit? Okay, are you listening?
What was that?
That was her.
That was me
No,
mocking.
I had a noise at my house. I know it was because my cat has gone and searched to find out what it was. She
Really?
heard it the same time I did.
That
It was
involves
like
3D spewing, yes.
a ball bouncing, and I don't have any balls. Not that would make noise.
A ball bouncing. Huh.
That's what it sounded like.
Did it finish the pattern? Because I did
It was like it was 3 knocks of a ball bouncing or something
just
bouncing.
gave
I
it a
don't
hint
know. The
of
cat had to
two
come back and
hits.
tell me what happened yet.
Okay. Visit.
Visit.
Well, there you go. So maybe they're visiting you right now. Maybe Frank's visiting you.
I don't know how he got in here.
Well, because you can communicate. So that it's an open doorway.
And
That's the thing.
his mama left. So if he's got a message for his mama, he needs to tell me now. I've
Okay,
been
so
trying to help her heal.
did you
She's
hear
just
that?
been, Frank was her oldest, her firstborn.
If you have a message for your mama, you better come through right now. I'm not trying to threaten you. I'm just saying we need a message. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for coming in. I hope that you were able to get something out of what happened tonight. If you go back and you find more things, let me know. I'm going to post the highlights of all of this later. I'll post all of the chat logs because it saves it. And so you'll be able to see the pages and pages of the words.
Yeah,
Okay, Spirit, this is your last chance to come through with a message, please, because we are all tired.
that just a better word. Oh, wait. Teresa just popped in.
Oh, did she?
Yep.
Well, that's good timing.
Let me tell her to come back quick.
Come on, Spirit. I know you have something else to say. I can feel it. You're getting ready to come through. In fact, I'm going to grab my millimeter real quick because I just felt an energy shift. Darkness. See, I knew it. I
Darkness.
felt it. I felt it. I felt it. Okay, this energy needs to go away though. I need this energy to back up, and I need you to back up because I'm going to get my shit out and I'm going to make you leave if you don't, because I can feel you crowding me right now. Because I said I wanted to go. Yeah, you're big, all right.
Big.
Oh, yeah, you're big. But guess what? You know who's bigger? My God. My God is bigger. And you know that. You want me to get the rest of my stuff? My sage is sitting right there. I got my sage and salt spray. I got all of my chimes. You want me to do it? I can do it. In fact, I can go get St. Michael right now. And then we'll see what
I
works.
told Teresa to come back because I thought Frank was going to give us a message.
Well, you let me know if something comes up while I'm grabbing my cross. Because I don't like this energy that's sitting right there at all. Oh, well, what did you do with it? Where did, I'm not liking that one bit. Okay, I don't know where I don't know where the hell they went. Let me think. Let me think. Let me
We
think.
were talking about poltergeist. They probably moved it.
Yeah, I literally just had all that stuff out and I put it in with my gear and I can't find it now. That doesn't happen to me. That doesn't happen. I've had other things taken from me. I've had flashlights taken from me that were meant to communicate. Because sometimes you can get the flashlights where you have to screw it in order to turn it on, and you can get them to turn that on or off for you. I've had flashlights.
Yeah, if you barely let them make a connection to where it's real easy for them to just touch,
Yeah,
like the cat balls are. Yeah, we've done that too.
yeah, exactly. And I don't know where they are, so I'm going to do some tones because I don't like that energy at all.
I make noises.
Yeah, you do make noises, you little bastard. You're making noises all right, and you're stealing my stuff. So, smarty pants, where did you put my cross? Crosses, actually. Where did you put them? Because they're not sitting here in my bag. Okay, now I'm not spiritual or not religious. I am spiritual, right? But I have been doing a lot more to protect myself lately because of this stupid energy that I've been feeling
Yeah.
on me. And I cannot find those at all right now. And now I'm starting to have a little bit of a panic attack.
Oh no, don't do that.
Oh gosh, I don't know what the hell. All right, well, guess what I've got in my hand here? I've got Palo Santo and I have my sage. And I got lots of it. You see how much sage I got? I got lots of sage. You will not stick around here, mister. No, you will not.
Potentially.
Potentially? Oh, hell no. There's no potential about it. You're not staying here, and I'm going to spray right now because I feel you behind me. So,
That's the second time we've gotten that word tonight.
there we go. Go spray. Ha ha ha. That's pissing me off
Now look,
about
I didn't yawn that time,
it.
LaRue. You just yawning on your own now.
Illegal.
Potentially illegal.
Illegal. Well, guess what? It isn't illegal because it's legal in Canada now, motherfucker. So there. And sage isn't illegal, by the way. But I just sprayed the crap out of my living room, and so whatever's sticking around here is going to be gone in a hurry. I do not know where the hell my crosses went.
It might be illegal over there.
Ooh, that's true. That's a good point. That
It's
is a
not
good
illegal here. It's
No, I mean there in the
wherever
in
they
yeah,
betweens.
I understood that, but I was just saying it's not illegal here.
or when they passed, it was still illegal.
Oh
I
yeah, that's a
mean,
possible. Well, now if that's what we're talking about, we really don't know. We're surmising here. Where Frankie passed away, it's still not legal.
oh,
Not unless they've done it in the last 6 months or so. but Teresa would know if she'd come back.
There's that
Jeffrey.
Jeff again. See, no,
That's what
just
third time we got Jeff or Jeffrey.
yeah, and it's just trying to keep me here by giving me these bits and pieces and distracting me by taking away the spirituality part of it. Oh, I don't like it. You know, I was nice to you, Spirit. I went and I gave you a bunch of energy. I brought you water and everything. I don't understand.
Blanche.
Now look at how much the words are coming through faster and faster now, right? But I just sprayed some sage and salt too.
Did it say illegal or Jeff or any of the words before this?
Well, it said Jeff. It never said illegal before. I mean,
That's the first time I've heard it speak.
It's just weird that sometimes it does speak and other times it doesn't too. I gotta look again because this is freaking me out about the crosses now. I feel
Have you looked around your neck?
that's where it should be, but I'm not a religious person, so I don't do that. Damn it. Well, you're trying to distract me and you're doing a damn good job of it, Spirit, because I don't know what the hell you did with them. But that's okay, because I have other ways. I have other ways.
Good night,
Yeah.
Winnie.
I'm probably just gonna go to bed now because you don't want to be nice and you're ticking me off and I feel like you're making me vulnerable.
And so you cannot follow any of us out of that box.
No, you do not follow anybody. You do not attach. You do not touch. And if you do, you know where you're going. And you know that I can get you there in a hurry. It is terrifying. You're damn right. It is terrifying. Because you know exactly what's waiting for you if you do. Because
this is where I say good night on that word.
We are protected by the light and the love of God. We are God's children. And if you want to be saved, you know what you need to do. You need to ask. Do you hear me? I need you to confirm, Spirit, that this is it. I am saying good night. I'm saying goodbye. Can you say goodbye? Oh,
watching.
Yeah. Well, you can watch, but you can't touch. Sorry. That's the rules. I'm a woman and you ain't touching me. Well, you guys, this has been an interesting night again. I'm a little confused at some of the things that we're coming across, but as I said, I'll go back and I'll look at all the words. I'm really here. I know you are. Thank you for validating that.
Do you do this every night?
I don't do it every night, but I do it often. I'm doing it more on lives now, just because a lot of people are reaching out to me and asking me to do more. But yeah, I try not to do it all the time because it really does drain.
I'll definitely tune in next time. I enjoyed this.
Yeah, well, that's awesome. I'm glad. I'm glad that you were able to come in and see some of it. I think a lot of people need to see in order to...
Nothing pertained to me or anything, but you never know. It might one night.
Yeah, it might, you know, and like I said, I'll put up the chat log later and you guys can go back and see. Maybe there was stuff there that you just glazed over. Who knows? Yeah, that temperature is going up and down and going up and down. It just makes no sense. Like I just watched it go to 22 and then it went up to 23.9. Now it's 24. More than once a week is exhausting. It's exhausting for me. And I'm still trying to heal. Like, you know, I almost died in November and I'm still healing from that. In fact, I have to go and see the doctor tomorrow and get a bunch of tests done and everything because of the weight loss. I'm losing at least 2 to 3 pounds a week right now. It's pretty scary. I just bought $1,500 worth of clothes and they're all too big. And so I had to buy a bunch of belts because of it. So I can't do this as often as I would like to, unfortunately, because it will drain me. But I like doing it to help other people. That's the most important thing to me, is that I'm giving.
Beware.
Thank you. I will beware. Thank you, Spirit. But yeah, I just like to give people a little bit of help, a little bit of closure. If they can take anything away from it and it makes them feel better, then that's all I could ask for. You know. But thanks for coming and watching, you guys. I appreciate it, especially to Docs and Dee, because your guys' energy helps to protect me as well when you're here, as well as bring the spirits forward. So I appreciate you guys so much for coming.
Right on. You have a good night.
Let me know if anything resonates with you later that you think of, and we can go over the chat logs.
Sounds good.
All right. Have a good night, you guys. Stay safe. Much love. And yeah, just make sure you tell these buggers that they can't follow you. Okay. All right. Night, you guys. Bye.